All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to Nebulous Fleet Command. We do this every Wednesday and whatnot. So, we're in a special lobby tonight because I am 1 win or 3 losses away from getting the gold rank that you see lovingly put on my shoulders here. So, the helpful people in the Nebulous community have offered to Hellcringing me to the rank up, so we're just going to be doing that. Take a little look-see close right here. Nope. Oh, my hat didn't expand with it, dang. I had to fix that toggle, but either way. You can see I've got the lovely Commodore shoulder patches that I will hopefully earn tonight. So either 3 losses or a win. Each one, well, we're going to get it either way. So currently in Dark's Coliseum, the password is guest all lowercase if somebody wants to hop in. We're just looking for 2 more, I believe. No, I'm thinking, actually I'm going to ask. So I'm doing a special thing here. So when I first started Neb, I played Task Force Oak on Pillars, and I kind of want to do a throwback to that way. Just Nebulous, Pillars Gaming, and that, so we'll do 1 match of it, yep. And the plan is I'm going to start the game exactly the same way I did when I was a midshipman, like 1,000 hours ago and stuff, so we're going to go with that. Here's what I'm picking. Yes, I am picking the default starter fleet. I'm doing Task Force Oak. You cannot stop me. I'm probably going to get hit by missiles or something else silly, but we're going to see how it goes. Yippee! I'm also crunching on mini eggs because they're delicious, and I got a whole bag of them. We're joined by a lovely cast of characters and whatnot. We've got Darg here, who nicely has the server here. I think Puppy has also lobby privileges in that, but don't get your last kill till rank up with a Rami kill will not be based. Well, you know, I'm going to try. I will see if I can run somebody over. Anyway, we're going to be seeing what we can do here. I know everyone has seen like 1,000 matches of Pillars, but hey, we're doing the throwback for this one. If I don't get the win with it, then we're going to go to serious gaming mode and pick another map and then play some more after that. But we will see. All right. I think that I think we should pretty much all be ready. I'm on call with them, but I've got it muted and myself deafened on my mic and stuff there. I don't Discord audio to bleed over in that. I know some people have like. I know some people have people on for like just open lobby and stuff. Vivi does that on Fridays, and that's all set on her server. I've just had some people pop in who are a little bit unsavory before, so I try to avoid doing that until I've got my own stuff like community and stuff set up. So for now, anyways, we're just going to be getting Hellcringed by myself, so you'll get to hear me scream and complain as I am inevitably hit by some sort of skill issue check. All right. Just waiting for everyone to ready up. We should have selected some fleets, so we're going to see how this goes. This is going to be real midshipman hour gaming, and yeah, the high quality content you've come to expect from this channel. Which I mean me cackling like an idiot while I open ships like tuna cans. So I fully expect there to be some bullshit that's like going to immediately snipe me, and I'll be almost disappointed if there isn't. I just know these people a little bit too well. We've been around long enough. We bump shoulders to someone. Kind of have a good sense of what you're going to face off against, so. Waiting for everyone else to kind of group up and ready up. I think that maybe we're waiting on someone else. Maybe they're just picking fleets and stuff. Either way, we've got ourselves our comp. We've got some lovely corvettes. We got some lovely, looks like frigates. Big old battleship and me with a Task Force Oak starting fleet. Yeah. There's part of me that kind of hopes that I'd have exported a bit more fleets at this point. I think I really had to pick up doing that, just handing off like fleets to people and saying, here, take this, go do a crime. It'll teach you how to do things. The starter fleets are good, but I think you can improve on them a little bit, and having some, like, maybe not like starter fleets exactly, but like an advanced starter fleet, you just kind of pass off to someone like, here, try this thing, go do a crime. I might start doing a bit of that, maybe make some long form Neb content. I've been thinking about doing like videos at some point, but I've been, well, mostly just lazy and not had enough time to throw myself at it, so. Anyways, we're going in for it. Let's see. Yippee! All right, either we're going to win this match, or it's going to go horribly. My money's on horribly? All right, Vastal's trying it. Nice try, Vastal. I know you were dog fursuits. I also may or may not have blown up Vastal's battleship on stream a night or 2 ago. It was on Arroya, and we kind of purple burped it. Actually, we double purple burped it because somebody else was with us, and that was very fun to watch it die. So, they're on OSP this time. Anyways, moral failing and the value judgment going on to the D point. Just like when I first started the game, I remember doing this, having no idea what I was doing, so here we go again. No. Pillars is a bit more refined at this point because we have all played a whole bunch of hours on this map. We kind of know the layout, we kind of know the rotations of the paths and stuff. That said, I'm doing this starter fleet style, and I'm not going to bring like super meta sweat, whatever things. Yeah. Dark's just talking about, so part of the reason why I don't have people on my stream is because I've had a couple unsavory types pop in, and it's rather unpleasant when I'm on a Discord call like that, and then they just end up kind of poisoning the airwaves, so to speak. So I'm just running it with myself currently, but I do kind of want to open it up and get some more people on the call because it is fun to banter back and forth, but I also want to not get in trouble, which is one of my rules, that don't get me in trouble, because I'm good enough at doing that myself. So, yeah. For now, it's just going to be me, your local cat boy with silly hat on tonight, and yeah, we're going to go from there. Magical ear wiggles for good luck. I'm very happy with this hat. A friend of mine made it for me. It's the perfect summarization of my fleet commanding abilities. Silly newspaper hat. Patch is kind of like awkwardly stuck on. Cardboard command console. Yes. Yeah. And I'm just going to be eating mini eggs. Yum, yum, yum. Waiting for the enemy team to ready up. They got 30 seconds. We're going to see how this goes. Yeah. They're probably, I think everyone is on comms. We'll take a look in channels and stuff. Yep, looks like they are, so. Yeah. Actually, tell you what. You know what? We're going to risk it, chat, so let's hope that our friends are cool. All right. Hello.
Yo. What's up, nerd?
All right. Because this channel has limits and stuff, we're going to play this hopefully safe. I just don't want anyone to crash it because I had that happen before. Anyways, we're going to be dropping in, and I'm going for the Pillars D point. Yeah, that's the plan. Switch myself over to push to taco so I don't have you guys getting blabbed by everything. There we go. Now it's just my non-stop tirade of nonsense to you, chat. Anyways, moving on to the point here. Just set ourselves a loose formation.
Standing by.
I'm gonna have these guys independent because I don't really need them to be in a same fire group right now.
No, you can keep it up. That way I can actually know what's going on when I get tunnel vision on my battleship.
Nah, I've got a push to talk and stuff, so I'll just talk to you that way. That way you don't hear like all the conversations I have with chat and stuff.
Fair enough.
Might as well just set these to blank speed ahead. And I can probably actually have them in formation now that I think about it. It'll be fine, right? Surely this. Oh. This is one thing that annoys me. If you kind of click like the top bar like along the ship here, it sometimes doesn't work. I don't know why. It's like there's a weird hitbox zone there. It's like I try and select you and then
falling in.
Like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I can't make sense of it. All right, either way, we'll have them about 300 meters spaced apart. Moving on to point. Now, we have the Legolas here, which is our little cap ship. I'm specifically doing this and moving on to the point here because I want to try and get like a fire angle, maybe down there, and possibly I can then dip out and go back around the rock and stuff. So, have the option of doing that. It's also because this is what I did when I first started the game, so we're gonna just change a few things over though. We're gonna first see that there is in fact enemies abound up there, so we're gonna give a rough ping estimate that location. There's a formation of ships there. We're gonna give that another attack ping.
Cyber's already detected. Presumably the alpha ping is a EWR.
Yep, looks that way. And on Charlie Sword, I saw one thing show up in that little pocket there.
Good catch.
Aye, forward.
So, we have our guns set and ready. I'm actually going to, using a hold fire order, do my pause fire trick that I like to do on bulk raiders. This way it gets our turrets all the way over. Looks like they got two things low watching the A point, and then a wing of shuttles coming in on it.
Yeah, they're gonna swarm that.
Yep, they're firing grape shot. Those are bulk freighters. I'm gonna mark them priority. Yeah, they forgot to hold fire, the sillies.
Receiving. On it.
Let's see, what is in gun range? 1605 is a bulker. I can see it go. It's got grape shot on it.
I should have just brought my beam DDs.
We're reading you.
Alright, it looks like they're sending their whole fucking slate to deep or to Alpha.
Yep, it's just an army of naked shuttles by the looks of it. mostly Vostal stuff.
The enemy is securing zone admins.
Counting at least 4 shuttles in there.
We're reading you. Acknowledged.
Roger that.
And we're going to be adjusting accordingly. The question is, what could we possibly
Rep.
get hit by?
Receiving.
Ready.
So that is... I saw a mass driver fly from
Yup.
3368.
I just got hit by a mass driver.
Do an attack ping on that. It had... Yep, mass driver bulk freighter confirmed. D-sword. Gotta keep out of that thing's line of fire, I think.
Course laid in.
Trying to play off of the D point here. Unfortunately, don't really have a fire arc on the stuff I want to be shooting at. Still, gonna try and get that. Now, we need to get within 9 kilometers, so we'll have to move in a little bit.
Course laid in.
Keep moving ourselves up here now. That appears to, in fact, be a real ship, so we're going to lock onto this one because it is, in fact, closer. Set ourselves to go ever so slightly upwards here. Hoping there's nothing on the outside flank here, although we can't really see too much. Let's see if we can't get a lock. Maybe on...
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Should be able to get a lock in a second here.
Course laid in.
I have all the guns locked on target, I believe, give or take. Just adjust our heading a little bit more. There we go. Lock is good. Fire. Bam, 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 bam. Gonna mark this one as priority because that's the one we're shooting at, and then deprio the other one. That way we know which one to hit. Pew pew. Next, we're going to start moving around a little bit more, like so. Use our thrusters. We're basically playing bulk freighters right now with our big old broadside. I'm going to select you instead and fire on it. Yep, bam, bam, bam.
On it.
Got missiles incoming by the looks of it. Yep. Big old torpedo strike up there. Ugh. That's nasty.
Standing by.
Down, Mr.
Torps?
Frodo. Yeah, big torp's going to Frodo. Watch out, Darg.
Dorps!
We're
Oh
reading you.
Your
Well,
PU.
I don't think that shuttle's going to make it.
yeah, I'm
He
getting
has fallen in
the
battle.
sneaking sensation that he's not gonna
I
be.
believe we call that pipe bomb in the mailbox.
Indeed. Oh yeah, I see it. Torp tug swarm heading around high Charlie Bravo line.
Yep.
Ready.
Where is our...
Running towards
Attack marker
Bravo
Echo set.
with Samwise.
Alright, we need to maneuver a little bit more over and start pushing an angle here, so we're going to do just
Aye, aye,
that.
Full burn.
Trying to get a shot on some of them, but not having a very good time here.
Oh god.
They're hiding nicely under this rock, so we're going to try and push up and get some crossfire. Let's see, where's our battleship? So, battleship is down here, ready to trade fire with them when it comes down the corner. Wait, actually, never mind, it's beams,
Standing by.
so that's not going to be the case. Instead, I am the 450 on the team, so
Orders.
I'll be trying to fire on this sucker,
Yeah, we see him.
ideally.
Getting some
Gonna move a little bit further down here.
Torp swarm, but it is
You know,
not enough.
trying to get the guns in position.
Receiving.
Luckily, it is kind of holding still, so that's good for us. Just need to move down as far as we can. Set our engines to flank.
You
Hey,
got
Frozen
the
Garden
ground
Flower,
one.
nice to see you. Welcome to the
Rachel
stream.
Miller.
We are getting Hellcringing on pillars right now. Yippee.
We're reading
We're going to
Standing
walk onto
by.
this one, I think. There we go. You have the bullseye. Are you the one with the parallax? You are. So that if I burn through. All right, cool. We're actually going to make you the ship in command then, because that makes this easier. And you can be, there we are. More failing of value judgment setup. I like to
Looks
have
like another
my
group
number
of,
one ship be my one with
Torp
locks,
swarms,
so we're going to do that.
6509. That group of 4.
And to listen for this, can barely hear it.
Ready.
Gonna be great.
Moving to that position.
Well, how do we want to do this?
Good question. Kind of missed.
Ready.
Don't know what most of these ships are, which is rather annoying.
Send
That thing might have
I've
rockets,
already
which is
lost
annoying.
half my fleet.
Moving.
That do be
Dang
how
it, Dark,
do
I was
though.
supposed to be the one getting Hellcringed. Did you not read the memo?
Walking them up.
True.
Standing
Alright,
by.
so we see that is a
See,
plasma
I'm
ship, which
playing
is
a
bad
fleet
because
that has more than three
we need to
ships
not
in
be in range to get plasma. That would be unfortunate. We're going to start shifting ourselves to bow tank that way because we know
I
that
feel
that
like
thing
the
is going
limit's
to
closer
plasma
to
us.
4 before you just start.
Got the plasma purple burp, the marigold T-Rel 4758. I'll put that in chat.
Awaiting orders, Commander. Moving.
We're going to accelerate to
Alright,
attack speed to
we're
try
gonna
and
see if I
avoid
can
as
get
much
these
of that
guys.
fire as possible.
Understood.
Though there's only so much we can do. We can see go change targets like this.
I
Keep
got
you.
him.
Traffic.
Yeah.
Heading there
Oop,
now.
there's a little
I
situational
don't think I'll
awareness
hold B
asset
for long.
there.
But I should be able to at least catapult that.
Gonna try and get ourselves out of the line of fire and also spew some 450 on them.
Standing by.
Have you set your headings like so, and they should be able to roll. I hope. Any luck anyways. Appears to be dead.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Alright, we've cleared the A point, for what it's worth.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Moving.
Start ourselves going about here. Oop, we need to prioritize repairs and whatnot here. Game is being a little bit choppy right now. I hope that's not carrying over too much into stream. We're firing 450 into a bolt raider, which is not having a good time enjoying that.
Charlie.
Let's see, we'll repair our magazine and cannons, making sure that we have teams on those.
Send your traffic.
Let's see, so we're getting the B point back, which is very nice to see. Good plays over here made.
Send your
There we
traffic.
go, mark that as killed. Yeah, slowly cleaning up some of their stuff at least, so.
Traffic.
Oh, hey, Pyro, nice to see you. We're playing Nebulous and whatnot. Getting Hellcringed on Dark Server right now. Yeah. Oh, you.
Standing by.
Receiving.
We perish to perish. I'm playing Task Force Oak because I figured, hey, why not play Neb the way I started? I'm gonna try and outrange that thing slightly here. It's gonna be hard.
Okay, looks like they didn't
Luckily,
like
though,
the,
it is aimed on a bad angle, so we should be able to go off of that. There we are.
Being jammed.
Pew, 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 pew. Giving it the big old broadside here, which is a little bit painful at the moment. Keep our drive repaired, please, and thank you. They're firing grape shot, trying to crit me out, which is rather annoying, so I'm gonna instead flip the ship around. Actually, I'm gonna do the pog thing, where I'm gonna go like this with my heading and roll command, and just roll over.
Thanks, although I fear it's a suicide.
Owie. Alright, so we are unfortunately taking quite a few hits here, which is rather
Technically
painful.
dead, but I doubt he's going to be alive for much longer.
Yeah.
Solution locked in.
I'm getting a little chewed up over here, but I'm doing alright.
Firing control clear.
Need
Solution
to
locked
fire
in.
on that one. Oop, you can see them trying to reactor crit me out here, but instead hitting the mag. By being able to roll over, I should be able to negate most of that damage they've done to me. I probably should not be tanking like I am here, but hey, we're gonna go with what we got.
Position. Channels open.
Just trying to fire on targets there. Instead, we're going to switch targets down here. Oop, fire all of our guns, like so. There we are. Handily rolling now, avoiding the better part of the plasma side, although we're still taking quite a bit of damage. Oop, we're gonna have to restore our main guns there. Trying to get our stuff back in working order. Holy crap, that flying DC team flies.
Send it quickly.
All right, there we go. Target is locked in, and we are firing on target.
Get us out of
Yeah.
here. Internal damage. Component
Our guns would
disabled.
be so kind as to fire.
On it.
Like, today, please, thank you.
Get us moving.
All right, moral failing. You need to move downwards.
Gaining fire
Everyone lock on and
position.
shoot at the targets.
They're gonna learn today.
Admittedly, this is playing Axford's not the way you should, where you're supposed to crazy how fast people race past to Commodore. Yeah, well, I've been playing for like 1,000 hours in the game, so it's not exactly the fastest. I'm gonna turn off flank because I don't need it right now. I'm just not gonna have that thrust power. Gonna try and bow tank the enemy for whatever it's worth. Clearing the ship's roll.
Send your traffic.
Kind of just getting my ass kicked right now. Gonna try and bow tank this one. We'll see if we get it or not. Main guns, I can set the rear gun to maybe fire on that one, but I don't see that being very helpful. Just gonna try and keep all of our guns firing on this thing, making it suffer. Bulk raiders are notoriously tanky, so we're doing our best right now, trying to keep ourselves out of range. Owie. You can see most of our stuff going down here. We'll have to restore into our lockers and such. Oop, there goes our magazine. Ow!
Component disabled.
I'm getting my butt kicked over here with the Value Judgment. I gave it a broadside and got plasmid.
Ready.
Rebozo.
Moving.
Yep.
I'm going to see if I can come around under the plasma 100 mil fleet.
Fire the rear gun on that as long as
Pretty
we have
sure,
an angle.
yeah, they're going to be watching the whole time, but we can still force the
Standing
movement.
by.
Make sure
Yep.
it stays fixed.
Neko, I think you're in trouble.
Zone combat.
I may be in a little bit of trouble here, yes. At least
Mild
one of the
inconvenience.
ships is still fine.
Awaiting orders, Commander. Moving.
All right, so my DC board just says ow, oof, ooch, ow, owie. I don't think that's good.
That is less than ideal.
What's the component destroyed?
Simply a mild inconvenience.
Component disabled.
Oh, I got more fire coming from the V point that I can't see. Oh no.
Component destroyed. Get us moving.
And so we're just trying to tank here as best as we can. It hurts a lot. Ah, no, fix it. We need those restores. Ah!
Hello there.
Okay, we're not actually going to fix that locker because if I drain out all of my restores, that's going to be bad. We're also going to not fix that then just because of that. No, it'll take from the large locker first, so that's fine. All
Awaiting orders,
right,
Commander.
just going to try and fire on whatever I can at this point. Yeah. Nope, not under command. We need to fix our CIC as much as possible and just try and engage on any targets we see. We split our fire quite a bit, which is less than ideal. They've got plasma liners over here. If I was running these things in a smart way with bow towards the enemy, I wouldn't be as worried, but unfortunately I have been kind of getting peppered by everything. Still, I have a mostly intact Axford that I can kind of move backwards here. Oh, alright, you're back in action.
Sector locked.
Are you guys gonna surrender?
We are, yeah, they're gonna surrender.
Definitely.
Uh-oh, owie. Okay, so you can see they've got a 450 Bulker over there, the spawn peaker from, I think that's the Herman fleet.
Standing by. Heading there now, Commander.
See, it's a 450 just flying all over the place. Luckily, because our bow is mostly towards them, a lot of those shots are just either deflecting off or hitting nothing important. Still gonna try and repair the important
Alright,
bits
Neko, do
here.
you want me to target the plasma ship or the 100 mil ship?
100 mil would be best, thank you.
Okay.
Component destroyed.
Gonna try and get this thing out of here. It's mostly a brick at this point.
1.3 kilometers from range.
That said, we still do have, well, we don't actually have a magazine anymore, so we're just going to try and, well, we want to use that chain restore factor that we talked about. We just need to also keep ourselves under command long enough to do it, so that's going to be the interesting part. To keep ourselves moving a little bit, and, well, thankfully, we have really good damage control with these. The combination of the small locker and the fact that we have, like, 13 damage control teams means that we can still stay alive somehow, so going to be trying to fire every gun we have on this. Accuracy is a little bit poor. I think we have a gun plotting center in this, don't we? Yeah, let's check compartments. I swore we, maybe we don't. Okay, that might explain why my accuracy is a little bit lackluster. Anyways, you can see them now firing on us, so we're going to rotate our fire there. Pew pew. Alright. Our goal is to get the value judgment back into cover, and then we'll re-emerge out and try and fire on them in return. Yeah. You're going to now go forwards, moral failing, because you're actually kind of intact. We'll start restoring the large DC locker now, because by the time that we get into cover, it will be good. We don't actually need that locker anymore. One of you... Yeah, that one has a restore, but that's not the one we want. Where is our restore? Oh, it's actually in the large locker, so yeah, we definitely want to use that up now. Let's try and get you into cover ASAP. Unfortunately, we are just running the default 500 drive, so we don't have any maneuverability buffs or stuff like that. So we'll just have to do with what we got. Holy crap, that's a lot of chaff down low. Oh boy, that's not good. Rip,
We're
BB.
fine.
Are you
Mild
good?
inconvenience. Yeah.
That's not a
we're good
masquerade. They thought we fooled them.
It is apparently the E70. Actually, I think those were wake bells because I didn't get my drive down fast enough.
It could be.
Component repaired.
They've got a quartet of something on E point, it looked like.
Yeah, they're firing great at me. I'm presuming torp tugs.
How rude.
Heading there now, Commander.
Component disabled.
Alright, we need to get ourselves back into cover like this. Yeah.
Roger
Alright,
that.
that mass driver's starting to open up on us now, which is not nice either. Unfortunately, I can't see anyone right now, which is kind of surprising, because, like, I would expect,
Yeah,
like, something to be in range here.
Shut down at
Ready.
34 seconds.
Moving to that position.
We'll just try and move our fleet back around. Probably won't be able to make it in time. We are behind on the forecap. We can still recover a little bit and do some kills, but hey. Alright. We're seeing the Great Lord Admiral Fogg the Forced over here is reactor critted, about to go off in, I think, 10 seconds or so. Can you scram it in time? Or, no, fuel line fire, right?
I think I scrammed it in time. I'm under fire from 100 mil in a battleship with no plasma.
You fuel line fired, but you didn't dead.
Component destroyed.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, owie. Just trying to, put some of the ship back together maybe sometime.
I had that, but now I don't. So I think I got the...
Standing by.
Alright, let's see if we can't get these back in cover.
Traffic.
Yeah!
Roger that.
Alright. Ow,
I
ow, ow.
don't think that fuel line fire actually did damage.
Power grid's
Wait,
gone
what?
dark.
Really?
Not complaining though.
That should have, like, blown up most of your ship. What the hell? I mean, we take those, but...
Like the forward 2/3 of my ship is still perfectly fine, and the back half only took the damage from the torps.
Huh. That's interesting, then.
I have some bad news. I think you're about to get tug torqued again.
Probably.
We. The chat.
I have
Said
like
button, go!
Power's back.
Yeah, I brought 84 chaff on this thing. I'm using the 84 chaff.
Hey, if you paid for it, right?
So busy here.
Yeah. I think I have like another 8 actives on here because I needed to fill points.
Do it.
Are you hitting them?
So I'd like to point out the shuttle that was marked killed is now currently driving by you, just wondering what that big cloud was about.
Commander.
Hello there, dead shuttle.
Aww.
I'm not
My
dead yet.
thrusters are too damaged to actually point at you in a reasonable amount of time.
Twice
Alright.
repaired.
My fleet's...
As much as
Well, I mean, I
you
got
can.
a working Axford, but I don't think that's going to get us back into this.
Yeah, that's fair.
So we're cleaning up some of the ships, at least.
Awaiting orders, Commander. Standing by.
Alright, let's see. And...
Standing by.
Bulk freighter over there.
Force slated.
Such. Alright, we're going to just try and get you
All
here.
engines.
Oh shit.
Get it done.
Alright, where are we going to go, chat? There should be some ships up above here that we can shoot at. This looks shootable. Just fire our guns on that thing as soon as we come around the corner. We don't have a roll command set, I don't think. Nah, okay. Yeah. Ooh, that's actually a better target right there. We're going to just go onto the point here, because if we're going to sit somewhere, that's going to be the place.
Get us out of here.
Alright, we just need to... Let's see. So we got no restores left, so this thing is just kind of a sitting duck right now.
Aye, aye.
We're just going to try and drift it back into cover and make them think about it. We don't really have much we can do with it, but eventually we should be able to limp it onto the point and have it count as like a technicality for
All
keeping the D
engines.
point secured. Going to set ourselves to flank speed and try and get in range of the purple.
Blocking
Well, it's not exactly a purple burper, but it does burp purple, so they're going for the 8 point with it. We're going to try and burn our way over and engage.
heading there now.
Hey, about right. Nice to see ya. Welcome to the stream. We are currently losing, sort of.
Quickly.
Well, we're recovering, sort of.
Standing by.
We're on a back foot. I took a starter fleet because I thought it would be funny, and it was. Gonna be moving myself onto point here in a second. I should be able to get a firing arc on that thing, kind of, in a second. I don't know which ship that one there is, so we're gonna just shoot at it and see. Pew pew. We are running one of these starter fleets, Task Force Oak, a bunch of Axfords, kind of set for brawling. They don't have gun plotting centers, which I did not know. I thought they did, but apparently they do in fact not, so that means that I'm worse at range than I thought I was, so. Bit of an oopsies there. We're gonna keep ourselves bow
Oh,
towards
hello
this
there,
thing.
plasma ship.
I think that's a 450 bulker.
Awaiting orders,
See, is this
Commander.
one stopping
Let's see if
and
I
going
still have
towards
enough
me? I
power
think it is.
generation to fire my last beam.
Yeah.
I do not. That sucks.
Brakes moving.
I like
Oh, owie.
I like how Neko brought a fucking starter
Heading there now,
fleet,
Commander.
and he's performing the best on this
Channels
team
open.
by a lot.
True.
Do not doubt the power of Task Force Oak.
Real.
Clearly.
Blocking target.
Peak gaming. I just realized that was a bulk freighter I was shooting at earlier. I should keep shooting at that. Oops. You might be. Yeah. I was gonna say you might be running into a fleet of bulk freighters, but I think you found them.
Yeah,
Awaiting orders,
I noticed.
All right. There is. Oh, hi.
Yeah, I'm out of restores, and I don't have a.
Moving now, Command.
All right. We just need to
you're
keep
not.
drifting over here.
There we go.
You'll eventually get to the point, I think. Do you have any engines left? You got a main engine, so we'll try and do that. It's gonna be trying to wither the mass driver fire there by moving upwards, like so. Keeping myself on the point, but hopefully in cover some semblance of it anyways. Try to fire on every bulk freighter we see, but unfortunately we don't really have the damage to kill these things in time. ENS is very much a damage over time with its 450. Even though these do fire fairly fast, they still only have so much... Oh. Or dodge this. Ah, crap. Owie.
Moving now,
All
Command.
right, we need to repair the reinforced lockers and the guns and stuff. Owie.
Knocked out a module,
You
Command.
fool.
Ready to move.
The 2/3 of the ship that you're hitting is already dead.
All right. You can see bulk freighters, they're using their mobility trying to get around us. Bulk freighters have very fast engines with the long haul drives. I'm not sure if those have sun drive as well, but they might. We can see the spawn peaker over here, which we're trying to put some rounds into. A little bit struggling to do so. We can't use our back gun, unfortunately, because I mean presenting a broadside, and we really don't want to do that. We lost our reactor there, which we're going to try and get back.
Are you capping Echo?
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Yeah.
Heading to that position.
Based.
I mean, what the hell else am I supposed to do?
I just looked at the
this
attack map with like all the streams of fire going towards your
thing?
battleship.
Yes.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
I am eating my points worth in fucking 100 mil ammo.
Yeah.
Aye, Commander.
You're gonna get this Echo cap off too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they can stop it.
I might not have the power to run it, but I still do technically have a beam cannon.
I don't have the firepower, but I have the mass.
True.
Standing
The
by.
greatest strategy of all time in Nebulous is to just park a Solomon on every
Coordinates
cap
locked
point.
in.
Yep.
Aye, starting our burn.
I lost a match in Nix's Eye at one point, which was 4 battleships against like our entire OSP fleet. I'm not happy about that.
Moving to that position, Commander.
There's a point where I just like, surely that's not another battleship. It was.
We'll get it done.
God, I love arc steerings.
Ready to
Well, that's why my ship isn't doing well. I don't have nearly enough aux steerings. That's it, clearly.
move. Put it online.
Clearly.
I still have,
It's online.
well,
Ready?
now 2 different things that I can command from.
Aye, Commander.
Listen.
They got one of
Yes, Commander. Damage.
and we're dead. Rip. We got the sea cap though. That's what counts.
Ready to fire.
Screw you, Herman. I'm gonna pause fire your drive.
Eclipse.
Based.
We're reading you. Solution locked in. Course laid in.
Send it.
Wait, this might actually work, because if I'm just able to move like this...
Roger that.
Hang on a sec, chat.
See if you can get his line ship in between you and the rails.
Fire.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Hang on. I was also trying to stay out of the arc of fire that I had, like, trained on me, but...
Fair enough.
I think his hunch... Like, his 450s are not firing. Either they're all dead, or...
Get us moving. They're gonna be dust.
Let's see.
balls.
Maybe
Looks
we
like
got...
just one of them's down.
Yeah, they
presumably
should be, like,
magazines
angled at
on.
me. Maybe he didn't fire order them. Weird.
Go ahead.
Either he didn't fire order them, or
Positioning.
his mag's down, would be
Yeah.
my guess.
Also, guess what? The value judgment. It's back. It can kick. It still has power and weapons.
Certified Axford moment.
Yeah, it's like, you thought you tore me apart? I'm fine. It's like 40 damaged components. I didn't hear no bell.
Module lost. Ready.
Now eating fire from like everywhere on the map, but that's
Getting
fine.
there.
Totally.
System lost.
Yeah, I could only distract
Module
for so
lost.
long.
CIC, that looks important. Reactors as well, sure.
Ready.
Maybe over microing this, but whatever.
Yes, command.
I am holding the D point. You can't say I'm not, which is really
We're
funny.
reading you. Acknowledged. On it.
Let's see, can I? Hang on.
They've got us locked.
I could probably kill this thing. Yeah, because it's just sitting there. We're gonna fire a 450 into it. It'll probably get a hit.
Module lost.
We're gonna pull our ship back like so. Pew pew pew. Just firing into this thing with everything we got.
Send it.
Is it moving? Unfortunately, it is moving, so I can't really pause fire it as much as I would want to.
Fire
Try and
control
lock
zone
here.
lost.
Owie.
We're getting there.
Taking a lot of little chip shots from everything. Need to just kind of keep myself like evasive and moving back. Everything is being repaired that can be repaired, so this is as good as we're gonna get it.
Internal damage.
Trying to kill off this tug here because, you know, hey, why not?
Internal damage.
I mean, kill is kill.
Module lost.
Probably more efficient actually to shoot at this thing over here.
Internal damage.
Although we can't see that, so we're just gonna position fire and try and hit it.
Internal
Fire.
damage.
Knock 'em out.
I guess the antenna is important too. I think we might have lost our radar though. Yeah, we did. So, all right. Ow, ooch, ooch, owie, ow. You know, this reminds me a lot of my first Nev game. I sat on the D point and I got shot by everything. Except now, instead of it being railguns, it was a bunch of 450s. And 250s. And 100 mils. And everything else peppering away at me. It's kind of funny because, like, I'm withering this surprisingly well, even though it's, like, going really, really not well.
Go ahead.
Like, all things considered, I should be much more fucked than I am right now, which is to say I am... Okay, I'm completely fucked, but still.
Bye.
We're making it happen, Captain. I still can't believe that bulk freighter that we've been shooting at with 450 is alive. I would have thought that it hit, like, the CIC and stuff by now, but oh well. Owie.
We're getting there.
Alright,
We're taking fire.
Oh, now it's shooting me at 450. That's not fair. I'm the one who's supposed to do that. Screw you.
Yeah,
you.
we've got internal damage here.
Trying to
Yeah,
fire
we
on
see it.
visuals. I think I'm just hitting empty space. Yeah, it's now actually fired its guns at us. Do we have any working cannons on this? I guess we have the back gun that works. Can we? Hang on. If I aim at, like, this area here, this should be the pancake stack, I think.
Can't do that,
We'll just
kid.
fire on that, and maybe the rear gun will be able to fire. Yeah, get him. Position fire for the win. Oh, we're getting plasma. No, hug the rock.
Moving there now.
Owie. We're getting cooked.
The enemy
Pew.
secured zone common.
We're reading you.
All right, we just need to knock out the drives and stuff now, I think, as well. Make sure that this thing stays immobilized.
We'll get it done.
We're not going to win this one. I don't think. We just don't have the numbers, but it's still, the silliness prevails.
Ready.
Yeah, we've got internal damage here.
We're getting
Come
there.
on, Task Force Oak. I believe. Fix the CIC.
Opponent disabled.
Oh yeah, we can get the guns back up on. Let's do that. We probably won't in time. Oh, there's another one.
Ready.
Yo!
Executing.
Power control failing. Send it.
Oh, ow, ow, owie.
Aye, aye, starting our burn.
All right, minor damage. So,
Component
I'd
disabled.
like to say that I am still alive, although that may not last long.
System lost. Negative. Cannot comply.
Gotta try and fire on target if we can. I am amazed that these things are still kicking. Like,
Negative,
this
negative,
is just
yeah.
funny at this point.
Alright, changing position.
I cannot believe that we're still actually alive and in this. What the hell? Just straight up Axford moment. Oh, hang on. Just keep it repaired. Just keep it repaired. We're good. Okay, we can fix this. We can fix this. This is fine. We didn't need those components anyways. Oh, crap. Okay, maybe not. We did need that component.
Alright, changing position.
Just gotta, like, grind myself along the edge of the, thing here. Maybe try and, like, get it so there's enemies between me and them. Oh,
Engaging.
owie. Yep, to keep these things repaired.
Damage.
That's important too. And that.
System lost.
Yeah, we got more gun online. Get him.
Ready to fire.
Ow.
Lost. Executing.
Gotta try and, like, evade slightly.
Moving there now.
Yoo!
System lost.
We've got, like, 2 frigates left over, and just, like, me trying to hold on. Oh, ow, all the fire. No! No, not the point.
All hands on ship.
Dang it, I'm out.
Rip.
I held on to like 950 points. I will take that 100%. Just eating every shot on the map. All right, I think it's just
I think you held out
it's
a
just
little bit
Edge
longer
now,
than
right? I
the
think
battleship
yeah,
did.
just 2 frigates left.
Yeah, Edge with his like two corvettes or frigates.
Yeah, 2 gun frigates. I actually like gun frigates. It's kind of cool to see them come back.
They're fun.
As long as it's not like
Okay.
the stupid swarm that people used to play. Those were really boring.
Yeah.
Yep, GG. Yeah, just straight axe road moment, like literally just surviving until the very end of the game despite just getting so fucked early on. Oh, 100 mils, that's kind of cute. C30s on these things. It always looks a little silly seeing the C30s on these, but they're actually pretty decent at putting out damage. They've got actual containers on the back. Normally you just see these empty because it adds a whole bunch of HP to the ship, but
Vestal's wife will come back when he gets Rear Admiral, I think.
yes, that's that's how that works. All right. Let's see. How did we do?
I didn't do shit that game, did I? Yeah.
Battle
Damage
Command.
dealt 100,000.
The poor battleship.
True.
Hey, you know what? That's decent damage.
Battleship did about as well as my fleet.
I
Yeah,
mean-
you performed the best out of everyone on the stage.
Task Force Oak. All right. I'm just saying, this does nothing but support my belief that like midshipmen and Commodores have the exact same kind of builds. And I think y'all should just go back to playing starter fleets, really, obviously.
Yeah, you know, I think you're right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Actually, what were those torps using? Because where were those fucking torp tugs?
I think it was Lobster's tug fleet. I see like a whole bunch of
I had
torp tugs.
2 balls devices. How did those hit me? God damn.
I guess they just said saw and do it.
I had 2 fucking balls devices and
Ooh.
like 50 chats.
But I see.
This
Thanks
is
for the follow. Welcome to the
outrageous
stream.
and
You just
unfair.
missed me getting Hellcringed in Task
Anyways,
Force Oak, as
I got
is
a
intended.
fucking Class. See you, nerds.
Having in the stripes. Don't worry, I'm only impersonating an officer a little bit here, so we're just gonna ready up and get back into the next one. All right. Okay, let me. Sorry, Discord ping's going off here. All right, there we go. We're just gonna ready up and do another one. Round 2. So remember, either 1 win or 2 losses now. We've racked up 1 L, but we can get a W. Dark saying never again. Alright. I think I want to do OSP this time because I started with ANS. We're going to swap over to OSP and do some silliness there. Can hop in. I think I'll go on OSP side then. Actually, we can play OSP on Team 1. It's only a little illegal. Where is it? Yeah, they're just hopping out. I'm gonna do a rule break here, and I'm gonna run OSP on Team 1. Yeah, because what are they gonna do? I'm gonna do 250 plus plasma and do this thing. Oh, maybe lobby breakup. Wait, hang on. I typed a message there, didn't I, chat? Wait, what? Okay, yeah, I did type it. They just all typed at the same time and bumped it. That threw me off for a second because I was like, where did my message go? Take over Calamius for all the maps. I don't know which server that is. So let's just find out real quick from that. Had some people get a game in, but they had to go after. So yeah, you know, honestly, for running a starter fleet into what was some pretty good OSP players, I'm pretty happy with how that went. Now we'll go to Cali's Discount Thunderdome. So if anyone wants to hop in, that'll be the place. Where is Cali's on this? Here it is. Cali's Thunderdome. Load a map. That's the belt, which I probably don't want to play, but again, I think I'll go with one of my fleets now that I like to run. So yeah, we're gonna be doing the things. If I get a win out of this, then I will have earned these golden stripes. Otherwise, I'm just impersonating an officer, which is just me checking off different things on my list of crimes that I've committed in Nebulous. So yeah. All right, big sippy hat. You cannot kill me. I'm on the OSP. We're doing Team 1 OSP because we're breaking rules. 8-year-old puts on father's uniform. Yes, that's exactly the kind of impersonations that I go for. Thank you. Oh, hey, Crystal. Oh, you want him? Yeah? Okay, one sec. As the cry of all hands to battle stations. No, I don't want to go. All right, fine. No. Nuh-uh, I'm not going to listen. Him with the nuh-uh. It's my promotion street. You can't tell me how to do it. I'm going to OSP on Team 1 because that's funny. Let's see how it goes. Yeah. Let's see. Which maps do we have? Oh boy, that's a lot of them. Whole lot in there. Let's see. What do we have in the whole list? I kind of... What do I feel like playing? They have a large version of Pillars. That's interesting. Alright, fine. I'll go into Team 2. Fine. Alright, I don't think I want to play Belt on this. I'm gonna try and do Arroyo, because I like that one. And we're gonna go for that and see how that goes. I like Arroyo because it's got a nice, like, kind of sandy environment, and it's got these fun trenches to fight into, so yeah. That's gonna be our plan. We're gonna go with this. We're gonna face off against the Hell Stack, and we're gonna see if we can prevail. Yeah. By the power of Daka Daka. And the last 2 mini eggs I have in my little bowl. Yeah. Let's see if we can win this or not. I'm gonna ready up here. We have a comp. I actually quite like this. Go get him. You got it, Pi. Am I muted? No, wait, hang on a second. Am I muted? I don't think I'm muted. No, my noises are leaking out of my noise hole. Don't be ridiculous, Sped. Banished 100 matches on Caltrop. Alright, we're for 8 seconds. That's odd. I think that's you muting your tab, considering the, like, I can see my audio feed and my, like, stream stability stats, and it seems to be working, so Clearly, it's just your ears having a skill issue. All right. I think we got ourselves a comp of silliness here, so yeah. Yes, mutant thyself in that. Don't worry, you can be a little silly. It's a treat. I won't tell anyone. Take a big sippy here. All right. I'm gonna run a quick little 3-minute ad here, chat. We'll be ready to go after that, or it might skip deployment screen, but we'll be back there. So yeah, gonna do that while we're getting set up. And everyone is here. Wow. Brussello. Ooh, Torpsello. All right. Ads should be over in about 2 minutes. I don't know if it like runs ads the entire time or if it just like prompts for like a 30-second break or not. It seems to change sometimes. Like sometimes it'll give you like a minute and a half of ads. Other times it'll just be like, hey, here's like a 15-second one. I don't like running ads, and if I could avoid it, I would. But Twitch kind of forces you if they want to like let you use any of the fancy bells and whistles and fun toys. So we're just going to do this as our little intermission, and then we'll be good to go in a second. Meow, 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 meow. I think Highball's just waiting in the editor here. Vassal's selecting something or other. I have a bet about what fleet they're bringing in this one, but we will see. Yeah. We're just waiting for the next minute or two, so just sit back, relax, fill up your water bottles now if you need anything like that, little food bowls too. We're going to be probably getting Hellcringed for the second time in a row, but hey, that's what this stream is here for. We are Hellcringed to Commodore, rank up, wet down, all that jazz. Yeah. And container liners, Pafis, that's cool. Rocket shuttles, I like it. Oops, all rocket? Hell yeah. This is going to be silly, so I look forward to it. Waiting for Highball to go here. Oop. Ready, unready. There we go. Game's starting. All right. All right. Okay, so ads are over. Welcome back, everyone. We are dropping into the map now. We're going on Arroyo, and yeah, it's going to be fun. Maybe, but kind of. We're going to see. So. Now, normally, what I did last time was I would deploy down here, and I try and overwatch that point where a battleship peeked out last time. Now, distinctly, I played against, what's their name? Vastal last week or so. They ran their battleship there, they peeked around the corner, and they got plasma blasted. Now, I'm betting that they know that they did that, and that I would be then trying to do the exact same thing, because I'd be predictable like that. So instead, we're going to mind games them by instead going over the top and, like, here-ish. Just stacking up hella high on the right side. Yeah. If I could fit my fleet in here somewhere. Yeah, there we go. So my plan is to... Oop. Okay, so we'll push E, and then we'll go around the outside to the D point, because I'm betting they'll have, like, beams and stuff down below. But if I kind of go up high, then I can peek around this rock and be really nasty with my engagement angle. Like, 8 point we should probably be able to secure with stuff, but yeah. We do a little bit of pipe bomb threatening here. Yeah. And anyone, if you want to follow my channel, I'll put a pipe bomb in your mailbox too. Everyone needs one. I do not care who the IRS sends. I'm not paying taxes. Bow Wowocracy cannot contain me. All right, 2 seconds. 1 second. They've not finalized their deployments. We're gonna do it. Yeah. Remember, we might not be able to outperform them, but we can certainly out-silly them. So, they've got one little scout asset down below there. Don't see anything else coming in, so we're just gonna go off the assumption there is stuff somewhere around the place. And now being on OSP, which I feel is... I didn't ever like decide to be an OSP main. I just kind of ended up playing them a bunch more than ANS because it seemed like ANS team was always full. So, anyways, we're just gonna load up our classic little dubious creation here, the Purple Burper, the Violet Violence. This thing is a lot of fun because it just peels battleships and Axfords and whatnot. So we're just gonna set up to engage with that. You can be heading there as well. Yeah.
Executing your orders.
All right. Let's say that I'm going this way, and we're gonna see how it works from there. Yeah. I don't know how well this will work. It might go poorly. It might go well. We will find out. We basically don't have a front line over on the left side here because we've got our like 450s that are kind of going up into the midsection here, trying to rain down a little bit. We've got some rocket shuttles and stuff going out. Probably they're going to get the 8 point, but that's fine because we're just going to go for a big overload onto the D point and then try and commit violence from there.
Send your traffic.
At least that's the intention. Got some rocket shuttles coming with us, so we should have a little bit of escort and a little sweep in potential.
The enemy is securing zone
Just
boxer.
do this to signify kind of where I'm going. Yeah, see they've already got one of their guys going on B point, so we're just getting our first capper here. The Rat Pack from Edgelord. Little rocket shuttle fleet that could.
Send your traffic.
Yeah. These things have a combination of the yard drive and the long haul, so they're both maneuverable and also very fast.
Send traffic.
We've got ourselves some ships we can throw out.
Securing zone clips.
I'm probably going to try and make sneaky use of decoys, I think. So let's see if we can't do just that. Bloop and bloop. 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 Blop. Bloop. I don't know if these will work or not, but it might make somebody crap their pants in a
Launching
second, so...
missiles.
Somebody else had the same idea as me with launching decoys and that. See if we can't do this the same way. Sending a pair of these should cause some alarm bells to ring by the time they finally get there.
Target confirmed. Missile away.
That's the intention anyways. We're going to see how well it works. It's actually taking its sweet time to launch there, so that one's going to be a little bit further back. That thing's path had to go all the way to the left and then over, but whatever.
Send
We
traffic.
have secured
All right,
zone
what do we got? So we're going to have you facing, let's see. Your facing is going to be over that away, because I really don't know what you're doing right now. We're actually going to... Okay, sometimes I swear the roll command just makes ships heading go completely screwy. Like, this thing is doing a weird rotation, so we're just going to have it figure out its stuff like so.
Roger.
I'm going to have you go down a little bit like that.
Affirmative.
I heard some missiles coming out here, I think. Looks like they've got a sort of wing of 4 there.
Standing by.
Just going to set an attack order on position there so that we know where they are. Wop, wop. I guess that's an array of frigates, if I had to guess. Frigates, or maybe this could be like light cruisers with escorts. Very boxy formation, so whatever it is.
Standing by.
We are going to signal these in a second once we hear anything, which we currently do
Standing by.
not. Unfortunate that.
Receiving.
All right, where are we going? I'd be going over
Heading
this
here
way.
now, Commander.
Like that.
Course laid in. Moving.
We're
The
underway,
enemy is
Commander.
securing zone
All right.
assets.
Again,
We'll get
why
it
are you
done,
pointed this
Commander.
way? I don't get it.
Ready.
Bulk freighters. Sometimes they're just a little silly. Yep. Well, that's a missile fleet if I ever saw it. Gale's incoming. These things are taking some fire here, but let's see what they got. They just named Tempest. No identification on what those are. Missile or anti-missile missiles coming out. That's a... Well, I mean, they're doing a Gale spam. I respect it. Let's see if these have decoys in them or anything else silly. They seem to be just going on target. This might be a good strike. We'll see how good this thing's point defense is. Gotta keep an eye on my side. Nope, doesn't look like there's anything happening over there, so we'll just watch these missiles go in. Bunch of them going after chaff, maybe, kind of, by the looks of it. Hard to say. Oop. Ow. So, that's a bit of an ouchies. And, of course, there's a second wave. Probably have a validator in there defending those. Okay, what do we got over here? We have ships. Excellent. Yes. Ships and things. Yep, so we got these. That one is a sprinter. We can actually see it. Just gotta call this edge. Watch out on the flank. We are going to be going around this corner here in a second once our bulk freighter is done being silly, which it kind of is done being silly looking, I think, ish. All right, so let's see. These are sprinters here going out with their anti-missiles and stuff. We are ideally looking for... What are you? All right, well, we can engage these either way. Gonna set our fire to be on this one here, first and foremost.
Not within effective range, Commander.
All right. Just gotta get a little bit closer, like this. We will reveal what we are, in fact, in a moment here. Just gotta, come on, get in the lock range. All right, we're gonna fire a little quick burst here. Bam, 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 bam.
Reporting.
And then as for you, we're gonna change fire over immediately. So that will pretty much clobber this thing as soon as we shoot it. Yep, there we go. Bam, 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 bam.
Course laid in.
And then you're going to lock onto this here. And we're gonna change shots in a second, like so. Bam, 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 bam. And we're gonna pull back because that could be a beam destroyer, and I want to know if that is or not. Bam, 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 bam. Nope, just another sprinter. All right, cool.
Firing on that target. Brace for impact. Awaiting orders, Commander.
Let them know we mean business. Actually, this thing doesn't look too toasted, so we're just gonna keep firing on it. Instead, we're just going to come to a halt here because we know that the enemy has some nastiness in the form of torpedoes. And yeah, just gonna shoot anything we can.
Standing by.
That's a lot of AMMs on that. Wow. It's kind of funny. Anyways, we are over here now. We're going to launch a decoy to try and... Well, actually, we're going to hold on to our decoys for now. Looks like we're doing pretty well at missile defense on these. If we could take a look here, please. Thank you. Bloop, 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 bloop.
They're gonna learn today.
Fire on that guy. And as soon as we are done with our reload, our grape shot is doing good work here. As we see, they have gotten the middle points, but we expected that to happen. Gonna have you fire on that one, and you're gonna fire on this guy to knock him out. Should be good. Trying to grape shot him down until he dies. And a couple of closing shots, like so. Bloop, bloop.
Traffic. Acknowledged.
Yeah, we see them firing off some silliness with the size 1s. We're able to prioritize, shoot those, and go with it.
Awaiting orders.
There we are. Pew pew.
Standing by.
Gonna have you fire on this guy. With all your guns, please, and thank you. I'm just gonna clean up this flank and then move from there. I'm expecting there to be a beam destroyer that's now going to be ready and waiting for me to show up. This thing is dead, so we can mark it as such. There we go. You are moving away at best pace. We are not gonna let them get away. So, I'm expecting there to be a beam destroyer around that corner, so we're gonna do a silly. We're gonna drop down, get off their scopes, and then we're gonna send decoys around the corner, and then they're gonna shoot them. It's gonna be funny. Yeah.
Firing on that target.
Use our grape shot here to peck away at these things before they try and get out. So I'm trying to double back here. So we're just cleaning up sprinters on the periphery. We can see that the missile fleet that they had here is getting kind of cleaned up. And there's sprinters down low. Let's see. There's an Axford. Ooh, an Axford trio. Okay, interesting. That is two different fleets there. We can see they have similar paint schemes, but these are the two VSS, and then this is going to be our priority target. It's a full 450 Axford there.
Awaiting orders.
So, with that said, Vassal's wife. My wife left. Sad. All right, anyways, so we see where they are. We have our tactical reference markers set up there. We are going to align our weapons onto that in a second here. I'm actually just going to point at this track because it's easier. There we go. Just going to dip down here as soon as I can. Pew, 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 pew. To be so kind as to get off their scopes. Come on. Is that thing dead? That should be dead. Yep. All right, so you are, in fact, killed. Coolio. Just going to find out what is tracking. Ow. All right. You know, I probably should have seen that coming. You know what? We didn't need armor anyways. Armor is overrated. Okay, so they have something down there, which is rather annoying. There's a little scout watching that flank, so here's what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to do our trick like we said. We're going to disengage ever so slightly here. And then once we have set our headings correctly, there it goes, trying to not let me left click once more. Right, we're going to dip down close to the rock. We're going to stop flanking ourselves to death because we don't have to. We are getting the A point as well, which is very nice. Yeah.
Awaiting orders.
Okay, that thing is
Commander.
on target, so that's fine. You can set your heading like so. And then we'll just correct ourselves into position. We know that the enemy is over on the E point there. So we're just going to confusion them, trying to get ourselves out of arc. Because this should be like, that ping was pretty much right where their scout was. Yep, so you can see that we now pop off radar. And now we're going to go over this away like so, in a way that looks like a bulk freighter would. There we are.
Missile away.
And then same idea kind of going out here.
We have secured Zone Atlas.
Target confirmed.
There we are.
Missile away.
Moving.
So we will just be pushing up against the rock here, being a little silly in that, but eventually our stuff will pan out for us. Any luck?
Receiving.
Need to get our heading commands fixed. There we are. Bloop, and bloop,
Executing your orders.
and bloop. That should work.
Missile supply.
Just roll around the corner, and then they will see these decoys, and hopefully they will foolishly shoot at them, and then the rest of our fleet will come out and say, surprise! That's the plan anyways.
Commander.
We will see how well it works. The rest of our team is kind of cleaning up here. Very nice to see the Rainses up top getting shot up. That one's just all jamming, but they had some missiles and stuff in there. Anyways, that is going to be a problem for us to attack. They're also going to see that there's bulk freighters coming down here in a second, so this is going to be a maximum funny overload.
Standing by.
Yeah. All right. Just have to, again, get ourselves into position and wait.
Receiving.
Armor on bulk freighters does not matter. Okay, I swear that the roll command messes with the heading somehow. Like, this thing, maybe it's just because we're close to a rock,
On
but
our way.
it just never seems to cooperate. That's the plan. Well, then, there's always the guy who never follows the plan. Goes by the enemy.
Course
Yeah,
laid in.
exactly. See, now they're doing little pop shots because, yeah, see, look at this. We have revealed that, yeah, we know the enemy's over there because we saw their smoke trail, right? So that means that they are firing shots. All right. They're going to see, hey, there's a whole bunch of bulk freighters coming out down low. Yep, there we go. We can see that the enemy has something over that direction, and as it fires one more shot, we will have an attack ping ready. Come on, buddy, show yourself. Where are you? There you are. Ah, you fool. All right, now I know the exact range I have to be at to get that guy. So we are going to do just that.
Heading there now.
Set flank ahead.
Understood.
Yippee.
We're en route.
Oh, we'll have to get you unstuck from the
We're
rock
taking fire
first.
over
Aye,
here.
aye,
There we are.
Commander. Moving
Because
out.
we're expecting that to be a big, nasty hostile. Oop, hello, you.
Awaiting orders.
We're going to actually have to kill this thing real quick, so we'll do just that. Pew pew. We know there's going to be a bunch of them, so we'll actually also dive up high this way,
We're underway.
because there's nothing currently close enough for us to shoot at.
Get it done, Commander.
Yeah, yeah. You can see them trying to desperately run away. So. Oop, you.
Ready.
You. That's our intended target. All right.
That target.
Hellish fiend. I knew there was going to be something with beams here. Dang it, I just didn't bother to check for it. I knew there was going to be a beamstone. Ah, I was foolish. I thought it was just a sprinter. Wop wop.
Ready.
Oh, well, fair enough. Well played. You have killed off some of my things, so we're just going to quickly dip backwards here
Get it done.
and turn off our radars like so.
Aye, this is our
Assuming these
scout.
might be ARAD active, probably command, but hey, we're making it work either way.
We'll get it done.
Pew, 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 pew. Come on, kill the corkscrew.
Executing order.
Pew, 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 pew. Yes! All right, we're good. Everyone fire on that man.
Target. Firing on target.
Nyom.
We're on our way.
Heading to that position.
Get him with that colon 3. You'll never expect it. All right, so this thing is in fact dead. Oh, please mark as killed. Thank you. All right, this ship over here, we're gonna just keep pounding away at it. Like so. We're actually gonna have you switch over to firing AP rounds, because that'll be slightly better at killing them. I don't know if this sprinter... Now, this sprinter looks pretty toasted, but is still technically alive. So we're going to fire the 100 mil into it as we cruise on by.
We're on our way.
See them now off in the distance that away. Have to try and adjust high, like so.
Component destroyed.
Nyom. Oop.
Understood.
Component
Eh.
disabled.
Awaiting orders.
We don't need the D point right now, which is handy.
We're on our way.
So we can avoid that for the moment. Just gonna change our headings like so appropriately.
Affirmative.
We know there's something out there that we want to go on.
Send it.
All right. Come on.
Component damage.
It's unfortunately not dead.
Moving to that position.
That said, let's see. Burn through. Nah, I can't see them, unfortunately. A little too far. That thing is in fact killed, so we're going to just cease fire on all of our guns now.
Receiving.
And we see there is a target over that away, so we're going to lock onto that.
Apologies, Commander.
Reporting.
And instead, we're going to load up all of our guns just kind of facing this direction.
Firing on target.
Order a reload on everything. Switching to HE/HC as soon as we can. Have to try and get ourselves rolled right. There we are. So now it is our goal to go over here and make this thing not happy. I could cap the D point, but just gonna call this out. All right. As present out of nowhere, a friend of mine bought the Tomo pack of Mech Warrior. Oh, sorry, I just saw your message now, Shadow, on that, or Shogun. On the other hand, really glad the others have 6 mechs no code to do. Yeah, that's good though. It means that you have new toys to play with.
Too far away.
All right, chat. You know what this means, right? We are in gun range. Deploy the purple burp.
Ready. Engaging.
Weapons free on target.
Moving.
We're going to see just how much we can peel this thing. Oh, first round's gonna miss.
Orders, Commander.
Yep. Choice paralysis.
What can we do for
Don't
you,
worry about it.
Commander?
You don't have to do them optimally.
Course
In fact, it's kind of fun to mess around with them.
ready.
Yeah, just gotta get ourselves. Our casemates will be on target in a second. We're actually going to go outside a little bit more, just making it a bit faster because the angling. There we go.
Heading there
Just
now,
needed to
Commander.
adjust ever so slightly. Yeah, this thing will be taking a whole bunch of damage. I'm pretty sure this is an Axford, so we're gonna be playing off that assumption.
Course laid
Lock
in.
on warning.
Come on. We can see that there's another fleet over there, so we're going to be playing high. So we're going to try and come over and hit these guys.
Aye, aye, Commander.
There we are.
Moving
Let's see.
out.
Reporting internal damage.
We are securing zone dagger.
Yeah, good hits. Nice. Ah. It is in fact dead. Yippee. Signal killed. There we are. All right, we're doing this now.
Understood.
Purple burp. This kills the Axford. We're going to be a jerk and switch over to Grape Shot as well, because that way we can really crit him out. We don't need any of these missing modules and stuff. Like, yeah, chaff box could actually be important, so we'll repair that just for argument's sake.
Orders, Commander.
We'll turn off flank speed, because, I mean, we don't really need it right now either. We can let our thrusters get a little bit uncooked. Things should be going pretty much into the garbage can in a second. We will have to keep in mind that there's another fleet of Axfords down low. We can see their chaff pods here, which means that because of that, we can actually mark the approximate location that they're at, because chaff only lasts for about 45 seconds, give or take.
The enemy has engaged.
There we are. That looks about right. All right. Pew pew.
We have
Heading
secured
there
zone
now,
dagger.
Commander.
We are
Oop,
securing
might get a little bit of bumper bulks here.
Commander.
Ah! Pounding this thing with every shot we've got, or at least trying to. And set our headings to adjust for the next maneuver we're going to do, which is after we're done destroying this Axford. We'll have to go after the other pair. So we're going to, again, use our attack command ping here so we can see where they at. And yeah, there we are. Yeah, bam, 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 bam.
Standing by.
All right. We're going to fire once again the purple burp.
En route. What can we do for you, Commander?
Engaging.
Come on, hit him. Oh, it's weird. It plays running dry on missiles when we actually get our chaff box back online. I don't know why it's done that, but
Be advised, we are taking fire.
pew, 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 pew. We can see, oop, they've actually seen us now, which is less than stellar, so we're going to move ourselves upwards like this, because the enemy is moving about.
Standing
Yeah.
by.
Component damage. DCT. Report in.
Acknowledged.
We have secured zone boxer.
Why is this not dead yet? Arg.
The enemy secured
Yeah,
zone
good caps. You got D point, edge with the sprinters. Yeah, oops, all rocket shuttle, paying dues. Yeah.
Course laid in.
We're ready when you
And
are, Commander.
so just remember, chat, if you are intimidated by high gold ranks and stuff, just remember, we are currently winning the video game, so come on, alarm bell already.
Waiting orders, Commander.
Pew pew.
Moving.
Yeah. Remember, my team was not the one with like the big rank staculus advantage, but they are the team that I have, and I am happy for them. Look at this, containers going wow wow all over the place. They're trying to shred them with flak.
Awaiting
We're
orders.
gonna get him in a second. It's a Task Force Oak lookalike. I'm surprised this thing is still alive. I'm probably wasting a bunch of time shooting at it, but we'll make it happen. Either way, we're gonna ceasefire, reload our guns just to be sure, set our heading down. That way we can hopefully engage that other ship.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Probably get the roll command set as well.
Copy that, Commander.
Reporting low
Yeah.
ammunition.
So they zapped the decoy. So I'm betting that those decoys we sent out at the start of the game, or maybe some from our container liner, ended up paying off.
To that position.
And we're gonna colon 3 our way into the game. Things should be pretty much toasted by now, I think.
Receiving.
Is it dead?
Otherwise, enemy traffic.
I don't think that is dead.
Over here.
Like,
Component disabled.
I... Oop. Well, it just hit a container. I don't hear alarm bells on it. Oh, I can see magic smoke now, though. Yeah, okay, it is in fact dead. All right, marking it as killed, like so. We're then going to order the immediate reload of all of our weapons, changing our heading commands to reflect our new position.
Receiving.
And yeah. And what we're going to do is we're going to set our weapons to hold fire, and then we're going to position fire, like so.
They're gonna learn today.
Just going to get our shots set here as well. That's like the approximate location the enemy
We're on
was.
our way.
And you know what? I am confident enough at this stage of the game. We are just going to full send it, chat.
Standing by.
We're going to come around this corner, and they're going to have a bad time. There we are. There's one of our targets trying to run. All right. We can just get into position. See, they've got a frigate trying to get on the A point. We are not going to allow them to run away from us here.
Here now, Commander.
Gonna call it and confirm this is dead. There we are.
Ready.
You can see our allies up top here. Yeah, the bulk freighters that ate a whole bunch of missiles, they come back swinging. Hell yeah. Let's go. Gotta zoom our way around this point. If I can get them within 8 kilometers, I am golden. They've got a sprinter in our backfield, but luckily Edge over here, Edge total homie here, picking up all of the slack on our team for like caps and stuff and just missiling everything possible. Oop, that thing had life pods, so we're gonna mark that as killed. Yeah. Shout outs to the cap players. Y'all do great.
Understood.
Oop,
We're en route.
back. Oh, never mind. I need to make sure that we are not accidentally shooting. That would be a bit silly. Oopsies.
We're on
We're just
our
going
way.
to reload that so we don't have to worry about that. I mean, the aiming gun is just there for aiming, really. Every time you see you play, I feel like getting shot at by...
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Hang on. Every time I see you play, I feel like I'm getting shot at with how your APM is. Yeah, I am a little bit of a speedy kitty sometimes.
We'll get it done.
Anyways, where's the enemy? There they are. They're trying to run. We will not let them. Again, this is something that I've gotten with practice. You don't have to do, like, most of the stuff that I am doing. It's just convenient. For me, anyways. Oop. There's our target.
Awaiting orders, Commander.
Copy. Opening fire.
I'm gonna go over this way and
Understood.
go over this
We're
way.
en route.
That's out of range.
It is our goal to try and get a lock on the enemy, so we're gonna do just that.
We're on our
As soon
way.
as we can lock that guy, we should be good. Set priority, and come on, come on, come on. Need you to get over here-ish, a little bit below-ish.
Aye, aye.
It looks all right. Actually, we'll
Moving
flip
out.
over the map like so, and then that makes this much easier.
Here now, Commander.
Come on. Just gotta get slightly
Ready for
closer.
you, Commander.
Pinpoint radars are active and repaired. Yep,
Send your traffic.
we are good to go. Fire the purple burp.
We're taking internal damage.
Order received.
Drive
Engaging
that way, I
while
guess.
underway,
Yeah,
Commander.
full flank ahead.
Ready.
Ready when you are, Commander.
I want to purple him, but like,
Understood.
I could be
We're en
patient
route.
here. I think we're just gonna dump fire on him. It's not the greatest shot, but I think that we're gonna do a little bit of damage here either way, so we'll just get what shots in that we can. I'd love you to not be vertical like this, but it seems we don't really get much choice in the matter, so we'll just have it go down like
Aye,
this.
Commander. Moving
Should be
out.
able to get it in arc in a second. They're desperately trying to dive, running away from us. We're just gonna set maximum speed. Oop, you're falling behind a little bit, but hey, we're gonna go with it. Oop, uh-oh. Is that fleet dead? Nope, they do not appear to be dead. I don't know whose fleet this is. I think this might be Vostal's. We'll see. Just gonna fire everything with AP rounds that we can. Have you reload because you're not gonna be there. Oop, they're gonna tap out. That's gonna be GG. All right, we did it, chat. Yippee! We've achieved victory. Purple Burbage. Woo, that feels good. All right, let's take a look. Our stats. We did damage. Yeah. That's like 30,000 across our fleet. Maybe 33,000 with that. Containers pull in about 33,000. Yeah. Great game all around on our part. We got missiled, but we managed to bring it back, and I'm pretty happy with how that worked out. The decoy trick, I think, fooled them. I feel very happy with that. We're just going to do the thing where we hop back to the main menu now, and... Ready? Let's see it, Commodore! Let's go! Yippee! Yeah, take a little screenshot of this. Yeah, post it on the Neb Discord. Nyan, 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 nyan. Just pull up some things. Ba, 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 ba. I'm sorry, chat. I just need to take my little moment to celebrate for this because this was a long time coming and it feels really good. So thank you for everyone who came out and saw this. We're going to play a couple more games because I have some time tonight. Got about 2 hours before I got to go anywhere. Yeah. Gotta grab all the images and post them into the places and the things, and we're going to have a good time with it. Yeah. And then we'll get back into some gaming. Woo! All right. Wet down, everyone. Crack open your tuna cans. It is game time. We're going to hop back into multiplayer. There's Killboard. There's Banana Nebulous. You know what? Let's go into Banana Neb. See what's up in here. Yeah. All right. Lord Freon, you want a meow? You're getting a meow. We started from the bottom and we dug our way through the barrel, and now we're into the negatives, so let's go. I am the ferocious gold player. Lobbies are afraid of me. I am allegedly the cause of every problem in the game. And I have funny little silly shoulder patches. Yippee! Alright. I think that we played OSP last game, but we did have fun with OSP. I want to play something other than my usual stuff, because even though I do like my 250s or, let's see, where is it? Like my 100 mils, just going with the purple burp liner. This one's the good final. I got the violet violence and the other one. It's basically the same thing. I do like doing these, but I think I do need to start mixing it up for a little bit of my silliness. So I do have some cheese fleets. Once again, the Plasma and Sun's still under construction because I completely forgot to do this fleet every single time I open it. We have a pipe bomb delivery device here, which is a, I'm just going to show you all what this thing looks like. Hang on a second. Now that I have a gold rank, I can justify doing any stupid build by saying, oh yes, look at my rank device. I am clearly a person who is good at video game and that. So yeah, we just thought to ourselves, hey, what if instead of having, plasma on the sides, we just put rocket launchers there? So the pipe bomb in your mailbox was born. It is a silly, dubious creature creation, and I kind of want to run it. I'm just not quite sure if I have it in me to click all the times I need to fire all the rockets, because there is quite a lot of them. It's 36 times 8, which is math. Hang on. 288 rockets. So dividing that by 5 would be... that would be 58 clicks to fire every missile and stuff. So that's a little bit of high clickage that I might not want to do. Still, this thing exists for 1,600 points. It's totally a steal. I mean, you could get 4 multi-mission tugs, or you could get a rocket bulker. I could fit even more rocket launches on this now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure. Hang on. Rocket launcher 18. What is the maximum pitch on these? I wish it said somewhere. Because you can put rockets there, and you can put rockets here. You can probably put them on the side mount. Oh, well, we've got the casemate on there and the pinpoint as well. So we can fit more rocket launcher in. See, how much more rocket could we actually put on this thing? Assuming that those, I don't know how high they can pitch, which is my only concern here. Because if they can't go straight up with 45 degrees of elevation, then that's kind of bad. And I might also want to put point defense on this thing so it doesn't get completely knocked out. Anyways, we'll just go back to the lobby. We won't save that quite yet, but we got more silliness abound. Thanks! I am a gold now. Yippee! This, of course, means that I'm never going to be able to get a good pub match again because somebody's going to see gold rank, think, oh no, they've no life this game, and then immediately jump out. But we'll see how we can go about it. I could do some cap fleet gaming. I do like running cap fleets. Got a fleet I call Great Value, where it's a pair of multi-mission, or mine tugs, actually, now. I've flipped them out. Got some mine tugs for guarding your, 1 or 2 natural points. And you've got a Aurora toting, command cruiser Ocello here. Just the idea being that you're kind of the centerpiece for allied fleets. Then you just got a whole bunch of little naked shuttles. So it's kind of just the, I want to play something that's, not too complicated and just have shuttles I can throw at people fleet. So it's nice to see sometimes. I could also bring out some of the big old OSP 450 guns, which I had somewhere. This is my easy 6K, which means I just took one of my existing fleets and added 2 Ocellos to it. If any of y'all saw Doc Vivi's stream last Friday, then you would have seen me get beamed in those. I swear, every time I play Ocellos against that woman, somehow I get hit by a beam. I don't know how it works, but it's happened 3 or 4 times now. It's a weird, consistent thing. I don't get it. Anyways, just weird. Oh yeah, there's the weird, I'm gonna show you other dubious creatures that I have created here. So this is the idea of me trying to put monitors at a 45-degree angle so that I could fire the guns on the turreted nose, and also here. The idea being like the armor would deflect off really well because it's at an angle, and like triangles make thickness better. But I'll just say it now. They're awkward as hell to do like that. They really love to get confused about where their heading and roll is, and then they don't really work that well. So maybe a monitor fleet like this is still... Maybe this will be a thing someday. I kind of want it to be because it's really funny to see the like monitors tilted 45 degrees, but you make it so you can get shot into the engine there, which is kind of bad. It's a little bit awkward to get the angling just right compared to like, you know, just point your heading like 90-degree angles, like say right at the enemy or to the side with the bulk freighter. So, yeah. All right. OSP. Where are we at? Sometimes it's weird. You get like the little text box hanging onto your cursor. I don't know why it does that. I also have to play more Operation Burning Lance. I've been meaning to get into that because now I can say that I've totally completed Vanilla Nebulous in that with the gold rank. I'm just really happy about this one, chat. But in all seriousness aside, don't get hung up too much on rank. It's really just a like thing showing just you've played the game for a while. There are plenty of people who are blue rank who are incredibly good. There are plenty of people who are gold rank who are incredibly bad. It is not a direct representation of your skill. It just is kind of there to show like roughly how many games you have played. So a lot of the case of it is just strictly, do I feel like I'm improving at the game? Am I getting better? Track that instead of your wins and losses and like the little rank thing next to your name. Still enjoy when you get the little promotions. Promotion is promotion. You get to feel a little bit good about it. And hey, maybe you can laugh at like topical neb beams and say, oh yeah, I do that, as you look at somebody with like a blue rank or a white rank or something like that. Yeah. Anyways, we've got plenty of silliness we could do. So, there's also this cheddar fleet, which is, you know what? Screw it. We're gold. We're going cheddar. Source for this diatribe, been a gold like 3 months longer than Neko and died about 2 minutes to the last match. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, thanks, Dark. Welcome to the stream and that. But yeah, it's like you can be like gold ranked in this game. Everyone can massively skill issue themselves or do something silly or unexpected. Like, don't be too intimidated because somebody has big patch next to their name. Usually it means they're gonna be doing something really silly. Because after you play the game in the good state, now you get to play the game in the silly state. Local man literally 2 times. So, yeah, I mean, hey, we've all had our like smooth brain moments. I have them whenever I boot up this game. So we're gonna be doing our cheddar fleet. Microsoft Edgelord joining us once again. Ooh, 450 end missiles. Very nice. All right, we're doing cheddar fleet, which is to say we're taking out a Torpcello. Why a Torpcello? Because I goddamn can. That's why. No justification needed beyond that. Anyways, we've got a whole bunch of our drumstick torpedoes here. I forgot how I configured these. Let's take a look. So it's 3.5 G turns, so they're going to corkscrew super hard. They've got a 4.7-ish range, really more like 4.5 because you lose a little bit of distance from the enemy moving and from your like corkscrew, kind of making it not a straight path. Just basic act seeker, command validation, kind of what you'd expect. I could also go with like command seeker and then secondary of like saw on these, which I think about, but I really do like Axe CMD. It feels pretty good. The Parallax has, where is it? Positional error of 30, but with a bullseye, that shouldn't be a problem. I think, I hope. We're going to find out. Maybe I'll do a mix of both. Either way, we're going to ready up and just smack into them. Oh, you back? Yeah. Hey, Crystal, we managed to get ourselves the gold rank in the meantime. So, we are now professional gaming and all that. No. All right. So welcome to Ruby Shelf. This is a kind of newer map being made by one of the mod makers by the name of Killer Banana. Wait, hang on a sec. Oh, they took my idea. Kind of. Yeah. This is the smaller version with like the 2-point split and like you got the Y. Yes. Banana. Base as hell. Thank you, dude. Woohoo. I forget what's in the rest of this fleet. I think we have a cap shuttle and like 2 gun wings. We're gonna go with it. You go see. Okay, so here's what I was describing with this map. I kind of described this idea a while back to them, but it looks like they executed on it. It used to be a 6-pointer for like a big version. So now we've got these 2 natural points. We've got 3 contested, like you can go top or bottom here, and then there's this angle on the outside. We're just gonna send like our minimal Actually, we're gonna send our minimal effort there. We'll send like these over here and these over here. We'll manage like 3 things. That'll be stuff. Yeah. The genie is just gonna be our naked capper. It'll go into the sea point. It's not gonna be under threat. The sharp teal is going to be doing silliness. It's gonna go around the side here. It's gonna try and find somebody at less than 5 kilometers and jump on them and throw all the torpedoes in the world. I don't have to really explain too much else because we've just got like 2 gun shuttle wings. I think they have rockets in them. I probably should have checked what the rest of this fleet was before I loaded up, but you know what? I'm just going to be silly. We are into Golden Cat hours, and it is just going to be ridiculousness from here on out. Little bit of like talk about maybe how to do good Neb stuff, but also I want to play silly. So I've got some big clown shoes to fill. Other benefit of the Torpcello is that I took a bunch of little support assets with it. So I've got this like sucker punch machine that's like 2,000 of my points. But we've got our gun shuttle and rocket wings here, which should be able to contest some of the enemy cappers. I just need to keep them at range because otherwise they'll throw things like torpedoes at me. Oop, we see a big formation dropping over there. So I'm just going to call that out. I might not actually want to run my Torpcello over here, but you know what? We're just going to send you over here.
Out,
so,
Commander.
wait. Damn it, I'm an idiot. Right. So, anyways, golden mistake here, everyone. So as you can see, this means that I'm limited to maneuver only. The reason being is I put an aux steering in here instead of a CIC, and I forgot that you need to put a CIC to actually use your, like, chaff box thing. So, anyways, first, oops. Well done. I said I had clown shoes to fill in. Oh boy, am I doing it. All right, let's go. We're going over towards the E point now. Gonna set ourselves to loose formation. Weapon control is going to be, we'll set it to free and flank. Just go fast now. Yeah, I'm expecting there to be a bunch of stuff watching. So we've got ourselves a container liner with only 2 banks here. So going for the high value luxury containers here. You can do this, or you can do the full like 4 banks. You can do like a 3 banker. So it really depends how much you want to invest into individual containers, or if you want to just like do a whole bunch of big salvos. The edge going down low. They've got missiles on the back of their bulk freighters, so they're only able to run, I think it's 2 of them. And then we've got a classic Ocello pair over here. We're a little bit lacking in cap assets besides my stuff, so I'll have to try and keep my stuff alive. Because we're covering the top up here, we should be okay on that regard. I'm going to send my fleet just pretty much directly onto the point here. We need to get around the corner, which would be a little awkward otherwise. You want to just adjust like below here, that would be great, thank you. We'll do the same thing over here. Number 3, you can go onto the Apple of Kristen. I don't remember naming these ships. I think they're auto-generated. I name most of my ships because, like, usually I get an auto-generated name that sounds kind of cool, but I decide I want to do a little more with it. You can see over here. Oh, hang on. My face tracking's working. Ah! All right, face tracking fixed. I've got an intel center in this along with a sun drive because, hey, gotta go fast. Sun drive and whip, so we end up cruising ridiculously faster as the enemy. Shane Potato doesn't play this. It's really reminds me of The Expanse. Yeah, Nebulous is, a lot of people will compare it to The Expanse or similar kind of sci-fi like that. Uh-oh. So this would be great if, maybe, base. Oh,
The bridge.
crap.
All hands,
Okay.
abandon ship.
If I was smart there, I would have had Battle Short on and I would have survived that hit. Unfortunately, I am not smart, so, So we did a bit of a dumb there. I should have put the Torpcello close enough that I could laser those. I was a little bit distracted at the time. Anyways, we see them now doing some more testing missiles. We've got some mines set up on the A point. Very nice, very nice. Anyways, we're going to send our ships down a little bit more. Our goal is to make sure that the enemy cannot capture these points, because they do not appear to be contesting the E side. I saw a whole bunch of their big stuff drop on the D point, so I'm expecting them to be there. If they decide that they want to push onto this side, we're just going to be ready and waiting. Uh-oh. What?
Go ahead, Command.
Oh. Well, I'm already skill issuing myself. Let's go, chat.
Copy that. Moving.
You're going to be number 2 now. You're going to be number 3 and 4. That way I can just hit you quickly on the keyboard. All right. Anyways, I have to remember. It's literally called scout maneuver removal. That makes sense.
At the ready, Commander.
Well then. Hello, you. You are in range for our stuff. We are going to get onto the E point and most likely eat a whole bunch of missiles. That has a bullseye on it, which concerns me. That has a lot of DACA. That looks like an Axford. Yeah, I'm just going to call that out, and then... Oh, we don't have any jamming, actually. Okay, so we're just going to take that a little step where we go and hide. Yeah.
Send your traffic.
I'm expecting there to be a whole bunch of stuff that the enemy has
Enemy
on
has us
this
locked
flank,
on.
so just have to be aware of that.
Get
So they're
it
heading
done.
a little bit. We'll set it so we're ready to go around this corner if we have to.
How can we help today, Commander?
See, number 4 over here is getting a little bit of hits there, but that's okay.
Receiving.
Turn off flank speed because we don't need to burn ourselves out.
Aye,
Just gonna
aye,
move
full
back
burn.
ever so slightly. Looks like the mine containers dispersed a little bit early there. That way they are like close, but
Receiving.
see, actually, yeah, those should probably be in range to activate on an E point. I think that's fine.
We have secured Zone Comet.
And going back to what I was saying earlier, Neb, a lot of people will compare it to The Expanse, or in some cases, Battlestar Galactica. It really depends on your choice of sci-fi
We
for
have
it.
secured
Yeah.
Zone Eclipse.
Awaiting orders.
All right, we're just gonna be chilling here, waiting, hanging out. Our situational awareness is really lacking. When customizing missile rockets, is increasing the fuel tank equal range or speed. There is a triangle, so you can get top speed, you can get maximum range, or you can get maneuverability. And increasing one decreases the other two. Oop. That's okay. That's just a missile debt. That's fine.
Reporting.
All right. I will say this, Neb, despite what a lot of people will say, it is not exactly hard sci-fi. Is there like some more kind of realistic like aspects in it? Yes, there is some stuff, but this is a spaceship game where there's top speeds and a little bit of other silliness to it. So don't think this is like super hard, crunchy sci-fi thing. Just enjoy it for what it is. I know some people who are like, oh, blah, 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 you need to have like more hard sci-fi thing. That's not how this thing works. It's like, yeah, this is a video game. If we made it too realistic, it would not be fun.
Receiving.
So, yeah, yeah, it is a very different game. I will say it's also a very particular. That is a rail array down low, and I really don't like that. I hope that they not... I'm hoping they will stop doing that, because that is actually hurting, like, a lot.
Audit.
Yeah, the scout removers are really hurting. Luckily, though, we are just kind of tucked into a little pocket here, which is very nice.
Moving out.
So, they won't be able to cap the point without triggering a whole bunch of mines, I don't
Roger,
think.
5 by 5.
This thing is just getting railed to high hell. So they've got spinal railguns over there, which are causing us a number of problems. I'm going to turn off flanks because we are basically out of trouble at this point.
We're on the move.
Set you back into formation so you're easily commanded.
Forming up.
There we are. Number 3
Aye, aye,
formation, good.
full burn.
The scout removers, they're just constantly scouting with... Yeah, this is like a torpedo that's got basically no warhead. It's just got a wake seeker, so it'll track the spaceship farts that our ships emit, and it'll try and lock onto those. It's a good way of like keeping itself kind of aware of the battle space. Probably very cheap as well. They're just trying to see if we might have something or other around and about the place. We are just chilling over here. I'm actually going to push you closer to the rock, because I'm expecting them to have like a big push come this way and try and take the C point and push us back. What map is this? This is what was it called? This is Ruby Shelf, the 4-player version. So there's the like 5v5, and then there's the 4v4. This is the 4 version, so there's 5 capture points set up in this kind of diamond shape. Not diamond. They're set up in this triangle with a top and bottom. So it gets this interesting divide. Oop, that thing has an aurora. Okay. Never seen it. Interesting. Yeah, it's a newer one. It was made by Killer Banana, and they did a really good job on it.
Copy that.
We're going to try and dip down here and see if we can't get some gunshots into
On the
that
way,
thing.
Commander.
We will want to use high explosive.
Beginning the attack.
It has a whole bunch of auroras, which is rather annoying, so there's a whole bunch of stuff there. Yeah, call that out to our allies.
Traffic.
I'm hoping I will not get missiled here too badly. Just going to poke our head a little bit and then
On the way,
retreat back.
Commander.
See if we can't get a good scout off. And actually set
Aye, aye.
our pathing a
Full
little bit
power.
better, so that way we're doing like 90-degree
Moving
turns.
out.
Because you don't want to like stop and then go immediately backwards. You want to try and do
Got a
like
low
slow
power
curves. Oop, uh-oh.
Receiving.
What hit us?
Send traffic.
Waiting orders.
Actually, what hit us? Hang on. Oh, it's because the entire ship is on fire. Okay, you're just gonna like sit against the rock there, okay? All right, thank you.
We're ready
Also
whenever
stop
you are.
evading. That would be bad.
The enemy
Got you
secured
5 by
Zone
5.
All right, so they have B point, which is a bit of a bummer, but
On the way.
as long as we deny the A point,
Awaiting orders.
we just have our sucker punch set up over here. Again, I'm expecting the enemy to be pushing around this angle, so we've got our silliness prepped and ready. We know there is an Axford on the E point side, and I saw there was like 6 big
Alright,
drive
how's
flares coming
that?
in there. Oh,
We're ready
okay.
whenever you
Anyways,
are.
the Bush Mooch over here, which is a very funny name, is currently burning down, so that's rather unfortunate. We're just gonna let that do its... yeah, okay. We're gonna try and fight the fires here. That is ideally our goal. I'm going to prioritize all of these, actually, and hopefully that'll fix it.
Standing by.
And let's see.
Ready.
I would love to have some scouting assets over here. I did not think that I would need to be over here like this as the only one guarding this angle, but here I am. So I've just got my silly Torpedo hanging out, chilling, doing its thing. We are still ahead on points, which means that as long as the A point is not capped, we will be able to take this. They have mines here, and their Axford has not gotten brave, so we're able to just kind of chill and hang out for a little bit. See us trying to fix the fire now, so we're able to get that dealt with. There we go. Now, because we are prioritizing the fires and stuff, we'll eventually be able to get this thing. The fires were started by the railguns, which are very good at inflicting criticals like that, but they're not so much a damage dealer as they are more a debuffing tool, so
Waiting
yeah.
orders.
All right, we've now extinguished all of the fires, so our ship is no longer burning down, taking a whole bunch of damage. Very nice to see. Pretty much just in standoff mode right now,
Send your traffic.
because we know the enemy is out there. We know they can do things.
At the
We
ready,
just are not
Commander.
going to show ourselves or do anything
aye.
at the moment,
Full
because
stern to
until
stop.
they make the move, we are winning. Because we could literally just wait out the entire map and we would be fine. Oop, hang on. I thought I saw a gunshot over here. Somewhere, maybe. Nope, just containers detonating. Okay. Aha, there is. So there we go. All right, we are in business. Now we're going to track by their gunshots here in a second. Yep, so there we are. That is the distance that we know the enemy is at. So we're going to set our heading there and move ourselves over to jump on that.
Position.
Gonna call that out to my team. I can see that there is the gunfire there. Actually going to correct our ping ever so slightly over. Just using the ping tool is a really good thing. I wish more people would do it. It's very handy getting reference markers and positions and stuff. Yeah. We know they're going to be slowly creeping onto the point, so we're just going to set ourselves up to clobber them when they do. Our torpedoes are not directional, because we can just like launch them out of the canted launchers here, and then they'll go slamming into targets. We just have to make sure that we catch them in the flank, because if we shoot them into the front of the Vauxhalls, they will have a whole bunch of point defense turrets that can shoot down our incoming volleys. So we have to be a little sneaky. Uh-oh, we've been detected.
To that position.
How did they detect us? What did they detect us with, actually? All right, we're just going to hope that they don't have intel and they don't know what we are. Oh, okay, never mind. So somehow they detected us for a second there. I have no idea how they did that. Where the heck would they even have gotten an arc on us from? Okay, so we're just going to hide for now. I am going to have you set to be there, though, I think. Yeah, we will go with our heading correction. So they saw us ping for a second. They probably assumed that I'm like a rocket shuttle like I've got here. Initiative is in the enemy's hands, so it's up to them to do something. And yeah, we've got our Ocellos moving over here now to counter if they try and push out. In a fight here of Ocello versus Vauxhall, we have a bit of a tonnage advantage with that. Yeah, he's saying, let them come, we ambush. Yeah, that's the plan. So what we're doing right now is being patient. We can see a whole bunch of them trying to fire off their RPF rounds that they're slowly clearing through. And we're just going to like keep adding more mines and keep buying time till eventually we are able to, well, hopefully let the enemy get impatient.
5 by 5.
Oop, hello.
Send your traffic.
Hi, you. You are in for a bad time.
Fire control solution. Heading
Actually,
near now.
I can't do too much about that right now. That is a problem, so we're just going to signal that as such. We don't actually need that jammer on right now, but it is kind of nice to have. So yeah, we're just going to get out of here, since that thing is apparently firing railguns at us, and that is rather rude. All right, set flank, please. Thank you.
Acknowledged.
I think it fired rails anyways. Yeah, it's got a railgun. Okay, so they've got 4 rail destroyers in total in this game, which is a bit rude, but hey, whatever. I'm not sure if they know what we are. They probably saw the Auroras fire off at the start of the game, but I don't think they saw past that.
Send your traffic.
See, so we see there's their main battle group here, so we're going to do an attack ping as a reference marker. That way we always know where they are. Even if we do get jammed and lose it, we can still see. There we go. Yep, we're going to fix our VLS there, like so.
Send your traffic.
Turn off the flank thrusters since we are good, and reset the heading since we don't need to be silly like that. They've got assets on the outside. We are doing just fine. Key point is still under control. See us getting jammed there for a quick second. So you see how they've jammed us now, right? So we can't see them, but we still know roughly where they are because of our helpful attack sword there. We can see them now getting shot at a little bit. Gonna refresh our attack ping over there appropriately. Just gonna play close to this rock, and that is going to be our game plan for the most part.
Force lead in.
And adjust our heading like so. I could dump a whole bunch of torps on them here, but I think that we're favored just to take a bit of a prolonged fight here because we have our Ocellos able to lock onto them. Their 250s are going to deal some damage here, but we're able to bow tank through most of that. We should have our 450s able to engage that as well. Voxels are a little bit agile at the distance that we're firing at, but I think they locked onto the shaft clouds. Yeah, they did. Okay, so that's a bit unfortunate. Ooh, hi there. Yeah, okay, battle short on. Try me, buddy. Yeah, I don't care if you have scout removals. I have the answer. I know there's a guy over here, so we're going to attack ping there. That's going to be our plan, and we're just going to keep giving a little bit of ground until we can get around the corner. They are right there-ish, and I'm pretty confident with my attack. So while we are getting boxed in and they could fire beams on us, as long as I'm able to get the jump and deploy a whole bunch of torpedoes first, I should be fine. I'm also going to get myself some elevation here if I can. That way I'll be able to do some silliness. All right. Y'all are good to move around the outside here because this thing should be on its own. Once that ship leaves the point, which it likely will, we'll be able to zoom our way over and grab that. They're watching the A point from that angle there, which is a little inconvenient, I think.
5x5.
That said, I think a lot of their scout removers may have been used up, so we're going to try for it. Just have to make sure we don't lose our comms.
Full power.
All right, you are clear to burn.
Ready.
See those Voxels right around the corner here just being a big old pain in the butt. I'm going to order this one to be priority target, and we're slowly pecking away at them, keeping them close. So now they will see us here in a second as we come around the corner, and their Axford is like, oh, hey, they're ships. Wow. So it's not very good at shooting a very small craft like this shuttle, so we should be able to just handily curve around the rock here, get out of line of sight, and then go to the point here. Just set our command a little bit better. There we go. I know they've got rail destroyers down low, but they do not appear to have any of them super close to us, so hey, we're able to counter that. Because the enemy knows that we're about here because they shot missiles at us and maybe got a visual. By going upwards, we're going to throw them off because they'll have beam destroyers aimed where we used to be, but they won't expect us from above. And my missiles can arc down in any direction. I'm just projecting a sphere of danger around myself. So now we're going to start winning a little bit over here by getting that point. They've got their own caps guarded, so I'm just going to wait until they move away from the E point, and then we're going to go from there. See Edge over here trying to get a firing arc on the ship. They've got the, they've got a minefield here. They'll stop the Axford from charging at them, so we have that in our back pocket. Gonna tuck you as low as possible here. Trying to make it so we are good.
Aye, aye. Full power. Aye, aye.
Looks like Magic is losing their fight.
Awaiting orders, Commander. Moving.
So we're instead going to engage over like so. Wop, 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 wop.
Heading there now, Commander.
Actually going to keep our heading down like that. Because we can use our reference here. Remember, it's 4.5 kilometers or so is our good range. So we're just going to move ourselves into position. Actually turn off the flank speed. I don't see them attacking too much more. Again, it's important to be patient. So doing just that. Wop, wop.
Got you 5x5.
Have our ship turn its heading back around to face friendlies and whatnot.
Roger that.
Actually going to tuck it into the little rock crevice
Roger
here,
that.
I think. Yeah, that'll be really hard to see. As soon as we get the A point anyways.
Ready. Standing by.
Let's just check on our various other assets. So we know that there is a Axford kind of camping around the E point. I'm fairly confident I can dive in and take that though. So we will try and do just that. Once they're done with their missile setup.
Standing by.
Also want to make sure I'm not doing too many things at once. So just going to be moving around the block here. They know that we have the initiative, so it's our job to make sure this stuff happens. Going to be doing an attack ping on this guy as well. There we go. Now we know our target's approximate location. We're actually going to send you over burning really fast to try and get there.
Standing by.
There we go. We've gotten the A point now, so we can move you off. Yeah, there we are. There's little holes you can tuck yourself into on this map, and I quite like that. It makes for interesting play. We're just going to do exactly that. It's hiding in that little hidey hole. That's one of the things the map maker really was excited to show off, and I was like, oh, those are kind of neat. Although they are a little bit hard to notice. Like, if you just look at this, you can kind of pass them over a bit, but sometimes the red crystals will catch your eye. We talked about this, and it's quite cool. And if you look in tack mode, you can kind of see some of the holes. So we'll just clear the heading on that.
Standing by.
As for you, you are good to kind of push around here. C point still under our control, so I'm not going to get too aggressive. Yeah. Could try and do a back cap as well, which I think actually would probably be our best bet right now. I'm betting they don't have too much in terms of back cap protection, just in terms of what we've seen. They could probably fire a railgun, but I haven't seen them fire rails yet. We're using our shuttles over here as offset assets so we can scout them out. We're going to be diving in because this thing does not appear to have any missiles or close quarters guns. So we should be able to cap the point before it can kill us. That will then force them forwards, and that means our ship can engage. We will do just that now. These are the little tactical plays that you can do that are very good for, well, just kind of taxing the enemy. Ooh, okay, so we can actually see the enemy is in visual range here. And we also see there is a formation of destroyers over here. So we're going to signal that. Just going to call that out to the team, and we're going to check exactly how much point defense these have, because we got a brief look at them. They have a bunch of Auroras, which you know what? Screw it. It's Torpin time. I am betting that I can fire more torpedoes than their battle-shortable Auroras can take out. So, we're going to go off that presumption. All right? Let's see how badly this goes. I'm going to set an orbit command for that one. You're going to just go up onto the rock there. You are just going to burn a flank onto their home point here and set an Orbulus. There's a Solomon on B. Okay, that's interesting.
We are securing Zone Eclipse.
Anyways, so we know the enemy is over there, and we can see them here. So, yep.
Send your traffic.
Gonna refresh my attack pings like so. Wop, wop. They do have a comms jammer, so we're gonna have to just rely on throwing a whole bunch of missiles. And where's their chaff? Do they have chaff? They don't have chaff. We are so fucking in it, gamers. All right, let's do this.
Brace for
Oh,
impact.
there's those missiles. Dang it. Okay, that's just gonna be annoying. Unfortunately, I do not have the ability to engage on that right now, so we're just gonna have to deal with this. Yep.
Moving to
Wop,
that
wop.
position.
Spiker detected.
Aye, Commander.
Battle short is on. We're gonna flick on our jammer as well. There we go. Yep. You are getting jammed to high hell. That's okay. You're going for their point. That's okay. Anyways, it's Torpin time, y'all. Let's go.
To that position.
Standby launch.
We have secured
We're
Zone
just going to
Eclipse.
fire these as soon as we clear the rock a little bit more so they don't accidentally slam home. And that should be good.
Launching missiles.
Gaming time.
Aye, Commander. Launching missiles.
So you can see them now firing all their Auroras. I am betting that I have more more torpedoes than they have Auroras. So we're just going to dump 30 of them here and see what happens.
Securing Zone Dagger.
Whoosh, whoosh. Hee
Moving to that position.
Anyways, welcome to Torpcello. These going after target here. Yep, just like so. Clonk, clonk.
Ready.
Component damage. DCT.
I actually got to cease fire for a brief second since I think that's enough Torps out in the water for the moment. We're going to just set fire on this one here. Make it suffer. Wah, wah. These have dragonflies, which rather... Okay, so they got beams on us. Just dump everything. Dump the load. Fire everything.
DCT.
Send your
Report
traffic.
in.
Awaiting orders,
Punching
Commander.
out, command. Signing
Oh,
off.
unfortunately, we are losing some of our ships here. So number 3 has unfortunately gone down, but we got the E point, so that's worth it. We are capping their home point here as well. Our Torpcello is just dumping all the torps it can at targets in question, like so. We're just going to see how well this goes, because we did the silly. Hee
Moving.
You in question can take some more missiles. Thank you.
Locking
Lock
target.
onto that one if you could,
Low
please.
missile warning.
These look pretty
We have
crippled.
secured Zone Dagger.
That one's not dead, I don't... maybe that is dead. Yeah, that is actually dead. Cool, that one's gone. Dead, done, and dusted on you. Womp womp.
Send your traffic.
This should be dead as well. There we are. I am the flank fleet. Haha.
Moving.
Let's see.
Destroy.
You should hopefully go on you and knock out your beam. Yep, 1 shot, 2 shot. Unfortunately, that is the last one left alive there. So, yeah, we basically just like nuked an entire fleet there. So I'm pretty happy with how that worked.
Power levels rising. Component
Oh,
destroyed.
3DD count, whatever. Let's see. Are you gonna blow up? I think you might blow up. Yeah, you're gonna drive jet. This thing has 40 seconds to realize that it should not be standing here. Otherwise, this is gonna cook off all of the armor. And we're just gonna hope they don't realize that. Anyways, over here, we have gotten their point, so we're just gonna get out of here now. Probably going this way. But what? Ads are on. No! Ag.
Moving.
Alright, we're gonna try and wrap up this match and then probably do a little break. Anyways, so we are just kind of moving our way back here. This destroyer got royally toasted in the front. Like, we absolutely missiled his beam out. We probably hit most of the internals there because those were good torps.
The enemy
Yeah, now we just need to kind of go find a hole to die in, unfortunately, because there's not really much else for us to do right now.
Executing orders.
So, at the very least, our allies are kind of able to engage. Oop, looks like we lost a... I'm not sure what they lost this to.
Got a lock
Huh.
on us.
Maybe a missile strike or something. Still kind of surprising, but oh well, Acello's not invincible. Ours, however, did pretty good hits there. Oh, there goes the super reactor critical, so that should be the E point clear. We'll just hang out down here. We have a 2-cap, and the enemy needs to do something about it. We're just going to get out of range here as soon as possible. Trying to hug the rock here. Crap. Owie. I did not realize that they had come around and hit us with 250s. That's rather annoying. I think the best move for us is just to get into cover here. They're falling back. They know that that push is now foiled. Yeah. Now it's just on us to see what we can do.
Our reactor's dead. Abandoned ship.
I'm gonna call that out. That should be stripped. Oh, did they get? Hang on. Oh, that's why. Their antenna must have gotten knocked out, and then the mines friendly fired them. Ah, I've had that happen before. Yeah, you have to be careful with how close you stand to minefields, because sometimes they can really mess you up good. I think that one is a life pod, so yeah. We're just seeing a whole bunch of missiles here cruise into the already dead ships, so at least the C point is secured. I'm just gonna call that incoming. I was gonna try and like give a estimation of time, but I don't really have that, unfortunately, so wop wop. That said, we might be able to get around the back. We need to figure out how to get ourselves a cap, because those voxels are gonna move back and get the D point. And this Solomon's gonna move over to the C point. I don't know if there's much we can do to stop it. Edge over here taking a whole bunch of rail fire, so we'll have to see how that works out for him.
Standing by.
Gonna go around the corner here now as much as I can, trying to get out of the line of fire of that rail destroyer. Still, we might be able to lock onto that, which we can do. There we are. Yeah, that is gonna be priority target. Sweet. They'll be able to clear the rail fire here in a second, and then we've got 450 on that. We are kind of in the lead right now. Gonna have you, the Bush Mooch, be number 2. You're just gonna hang up back here until that Axford decides to show its face. Our container liner has used pretty much all of its containers by the looks of it. No, actually, it's got still a few of them left, so we'll be able to do something with that. Yeah. As for you, though, I'm just going to have you sit closer to the rock, because I don't want you to be seen. Ideally.
Roger that.
I'm going to have you, like, sidle right up onto the rock. I'll set the heading and roll command. That way it's, like, absolutely kissing it.
They've got a lock on us. Ready.
We've been locked on. That's not good. Oh!
Component destroyed.
That is a beam battleship. That changes things.
Module lost.
That is going to be a oh fuck moment, because that thing has 2 beams and they're just cooking us. I don't actually have any more missiles that I can throw at that, so I'm just going to sit on the point and hope I go super critical. Actually, are my antennas down? My antennas are probably going to go down, so I might eat mine hits there. That, yeah, it probably has at least 2-point defense. Yes, the well done. That does suit it, because we are getting royally cooked here. You see one of their voxels has managed to split back and go to the D point here.
For your orders, Commander.
All right, just going to be chilling, hanging out, maxing, relaxing, all cool. Gonna wait for Edge to pop out here, and then we're gonna try and take on the Axford here together, because the Solomon is gonna get our C point, but we in turn will be able to get the E point and then probably the B. So we'll just see how that goes. It's my hope that I'm able to set off my reactors here. That's kind of my goal. Uh-oh. So unfortunately our CIC is down, so we're down to just an aux steering here. We're trying to ideally get our reactor shot, which means that we should cause a critical event to hopefully trigger.
Energy systems online. Yes, command.
Trying to limp onto the point here at the very least. That way they will keep shooting us. We have enough damage control teams to repair these the radar. That's just extra health at the moment.
Yes, command.
We're just trying to like get ourselves set up as a bomb, so when that battleship pops on point, it gets reactor stripped and royally cooked, and that should be that. Yeah. Let's see, we're going to not be running flank. I don't know how long we've been doing that for. I don't think flank damages you as long as you're standing still, but we'll see. I'm going to peek my head out ever so slightly here, just to give a scout off. That way our bulk freighter is able to pre-aim. Yep. Let's take a little look-see here. Looks like, yep, there they go. So we see the enemy, and we're going to fire a grape shot at them, because that's funny. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the means to really do harm to this thing. We're just going to move downwards, because that way we're able to use our forward thrusters, which are the strongest. You've got to plan your escape routes and whatnot, so we'll set our heading down like that. There we are. Pew, 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 pew. Just pecking away at this thing with grape shot. I might get lucky and kill a crew member or something. We don't know for sure, so gonna go down like that. Set our attack ping roughly here. call that out. Hopefully our buddy Edge over here will be able to find that. Yep, there we are. So that is the target in question. Now we can force this.
We're on the way, Commander.
We are not going to run ads. We are going to play Nebulous. Yeah.
Received.
All right, let's see what we can do here.
We're ready whenever you
Mark
are.
you as priority, so it sticks out if it pops a whole bunch of chaff. Anyways, over here, you're just chilling, hanging out, and doing your thing. Keep the auxiliary steering fixed, please, because that's like the only thing that's actually keeping us alive right now. We don't need the radar after all. Yeah, we're just going to be holding onto the C point. I think that we have a VLS maybe somewhere. No, we aren't actually armed, so if they get onto the point, then they will cap it. The beam battleship is moving itself up really far here, so we'll need... we'll mark that priority as well. Kind of keep in our stuff in the orange. Anyways. As for you, this thing has point defense turrets, but I'm betting they are not at the ready now. So we're going to fire missiles. Fire! Because you can see a bunch of their stuff was getting used up there against other turrets. So hopefully these... Oh, crap. Dang it.
Missile reserves are low. Standing by.
All right. Never mind. Ceasefire. We'll just keep shooting high explosive into them, I guess. That should work.
Waiting for your orders, Commander.
Yeah.
Standing by.
Yeah, we'll shoot HE. Why not? Our goal is then to set up on the point here and just do an orbit command, forcing them in again. We're seeing some missiles getting shot out here, and hopefully those will work. Again, we've only just got our ship sitting on C points and nothing to see over here. And nothing to see at C. I'm hilarious. Please laugh, all that jazz. Anyway, so we're just going to hop onto the E point here with a little silly pathing thing that we can do. Planning our exit. They're trying to shoot us there, which is rather rude of them. We're going to repair our CIC to avoid that being crippling. Yeah. Oh, there's the rail shots from below. I was wondering where they might have been. Either way, we are able to get onto the point, and as long as we hold this just a little longer, we should be fine. Gonna move you like so. Trying to be as evasive as possible. You can't really dodge rails, not when they've got a lock on you, but as I say that, we end up dodging them, so let's go. Hee. Shift M to drive a course. We're just going to be trying to be as evasive as possible. Oh, looks like magic is unfortunately out. Yeah, I think the beam ship came up around here, so it's got missiles on the back and beams on the front. And it's got an Aurora in the C4 slot. Wow, is this thing just all Auroras? It's all green lasers. Oh no, it's got two big Auroras on the front and bottom. What dubious creature is this? Ag. Oh, we're so close to C or E point cap. Come on, just a little more. All right, we got it. So that's going to force them to come down and have to cap that back from us, which is good. Because now these mines will engage, and we have our 450 guns firing on this thing, so they can punch right through its armor, no problem. We're just reduced to zombieing at this point, so... I mean, we've got a 3 cap. Like, it's not over yet. It's a little bit funny, because, like, we've got a bunch of mines that are kind of there that, like, maybe they'll run into. They've got a whole bunch of Auroras, though. Got a whole bunch of Auroras, and you can also fire beams. That said, these are going to arm in like a minute or so, and I mean, maybe they be shorted their Auroras and burn them out? I don't know. Fingers crossed. Oh, okay, so unfortunately we see, the last little knockout shots from the 250 have come in and killed our CIC, so C point is clear. That said, we did torp an entire, fleet of destroyers that came around the corner and just had a bad time. And we did that thing where they expected us low, and we came in from above, so they were not in arc at the right time, and that really paid off for us. We're reduced to just a single ship here that we want to try and get onto the cap if we can. Just desperately trying to keep the CIC alive with this thing. It's probably going to get sandblasted down with the bleak yam. Yep, looks like it. What? So, hey, we at least stripped the armor off this with our shuttles. I will take that. It's just trying to... It's like withering fire from rails against bulk freighters and stuff like this is really painful because you just get so many debuffs added up, you can't do anything. And then, yeah, we see here now the axe freighter has really garbage track quality, so we can barely see it. We're also eating RPF shots, but still somehow staying alive through all this. I am... How the heck are we alive? I guess they just can't damage scatter ray it right. Like, it hits the... Yeah, it must hit, like, the CIC and the reinforced mag just because the exact angle. That's really funny, because, like, that should be killing us right now, but it's just barely not able to. Down to our last ships. Yeah, they're finally getting the C point here. Still pretty close game up until this point. They just managed to pull out the lead at the last second. We had to play very patiently, and, I mean, hey, we're still giving them some. I don't think these will... no, they went for the chaff cloud. Darn. I was hoping we'd get that. Unfortunately, we just didn't quite have the assets we needed in the right place to handle certain things. Like, We didn't really have a counter to a battleship. You need plasma to peel those apart. 450 just does not do enough for it. That said, container liner might be able to heroically go onto the B point. Let's see if they can make it happen, Captain. Fortunately, over here, the rival Unwed gets cottoned down by a whole bunch of rails from below and the 450 on the E point. They managed to flip it back. Still, we kept that pretty close. I was gonna say, I think that might be game. We might be able to get onto the B point here, but like, there's that beam destroyer or beam battleship that's like gonna be around, and then there's the Vauxhall as well. I don't think we'll be able to get it back. I'll ask if they want to call it or not. I mean, I am very happy with how our Torpecello worked. Granted, our Torpecello is currently like ejecting life pods, but I mean, we dumped our entire payload into a fleet, and it was funny. They just did not know what to expect. Like, they came around the corner, like, hey, I wonder what's over here, guys. There seems to be some enemy ships and stuff. Maybe we should, womp womp. We deliver pipe bombs in this channel. Oh, you can see the battleship over here. All the Auroras and also the wonderful rock shooting down those missiles there. So, probably going to see this thing get beamed as soon as the turrets finish rotating, because that's like our one target. And I don't know if our container liner has anything offensive left in it. They've got like 2, but they're also going to get shot by Axford here, so that's probably going to spell disastrous for us. I mean, hey, we gave it a good shot. We got 792 out of 1,000 points. I'm pretty happy with how that worked out. You can see the Auroras just going off there, cooking into the battleship. Oof. We were a little bit lacking in situational awareness assets. Yep, that's going to be battle over. GG, we are offensive incapable, so wah. So, interesting game. We played it patiently. Let's see. Magic did some damage, but they got shot by missiles and stuff. That was unfortunate. Where is the Torpecello? Here it is, yeah. 25.5k damage. Let's do it. Yeah, GG. I am so glad that we found that flank, because I saw there was like 6 big drive flares drop in on the left side there. I'm like, okay, that's a sizable fleet. So I probably saw like the, I think it was like probably the Vauxhalls and then like the beam destroyer fleet was what I saw, and then they kind of came around. Yeah, okay, they've got an Axford, and then are these? Oh, wow, yeah, so, okay, just like 3 naked railstones. That's kind of interesting as a supplementary tool. You just park that like offset on this map somewhere with a hard angle that they overwatch, and yeah, that can do some work. What'd that beam battleship do? Yeah, oh, that thing got a lot of numbers just carving into our ships. So between the scout remover missiles on the back and the beams on the front, I do like seeing battleships with missiles on the backpack. It gives you a lot of ability to project across the battlefield. You do have to tech into it a little bit because they only have 1 programming channel, but yeah. They managed to just like get a whole bunch of Auroras there. And this is like, if you're going to do a 3,000 point battleship, I will say I think you do need to do missile backpack, just because you're investing so much into a singular hull that only controls a limited area of space. So if you get missile backpack, you can then project yourself across the battlefield. You can see all these hybrids were there meant for scout removal. They had some torpedoes that were just kind of going out scouting stuff, saying like, hey, I wonder what's over there. Format CIC, bit of a joke there. It's a HEC P because this is meant to strike a mostly dead ship and then carve through in a way that you can hopefully deal with the reinforced CIC. Because normally you're not able to kill that with regular HEI-shaped missiles. So, yeah. I'm pretty happy with how that one worked. We have time for one more game. I'm going to run a little break here because I have to go and refill my water bottle and also take a break from letting words vomit all over the various airwaves. So we will be back in 3 minutes for more nebulous nonsense. Don't go anywhere, chat, or if you do, be back in 3. Yeah. Alrighty, Chatty Cats, we are back to hop back into another multiplayer game. Just gonna see which servers are up and open. Official number 3, we will check out, see if there's a slot. Unfortunately, it does not look like there is. Ooh, we see Miscellaneous, friend of mine, kind of chilling there, hanging out. Yeah. Actually, hang on, we might do a casted game here. I'll just ask them. If they say no, then we can go ahead and hop back into a different lobby, but I will just go ahead and check with them first. Yeah. See what silliness might be afoot or not. I do ask before I hop in for that, because I know some people, they don't want to have their like gameplay just shown off on Twitch or anything else like that. Just they'd be respectful of people's wishes and that, so yeah. I'll just ready up and see some silliness afoot, no doubt. So, for those of you who don't know, Miscellaneous is one of the players who they kind of taught me how to do mine tug surface mounting. They've got a really good guide for how, well, I call the technique barnacling, where essentially you stick a bunch of mines onto a surface of an asteroid like barnacles, and it makes it really nasty because normally ships, like if mines are out in the open, they can see them and then shoot them down with RPF rounds or something along those lines, or sometimes beam them or stuff like that. But if you tuck them really close to a rock, then when a ship comes around the corner, they will just see them at the last second be like, oh no, there's a mine, just before they get hit by it. So you can do some nasty tricks by like surprising somebody with 10 mines sandwiched into a little like nook and cranny of a rock. And it's a really effective Captain Isle asset. It is a bit jank trying to get the tug to position right because the heading and roll commands, sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. It's just a little bit silly some days. I've noticed it a bit more. We saw earlier on Roya where the heading command of our bolt freighter was set, but the roll command I think was interfering with it because it just didn't want to move its heading at all like that. I don't know if that's some weird thing going on maybe with just certain hulls, or if it's just sometimes like if you have a roll command issued beforehand, it makes heading commands really wonky, but either way. Let's see if we can't get everyone to ready up. Looks like they're just hanging out. Oh, there we go. Now they got themselves an ANS versus OSP. So we don't know what their comps are yet, so we're just going to hop into the match and do a little bit of shoutcasting and whatnot. Dargaribdis was in here earlier. Y'all should go check out his channel if you want some more Nebulous content. I would link it, but I don't have it handy right now. He does some fun like YouTube casts of various games that he'll just be able to sit in on. Some of them are like kind of tournament style competitive games where you get some people who are like really sweating it out, trying to like make the best things they can do. And other times it's just the silliest nonsense that you've ever seen. So you can get both flavors of ice cream, however you want them. We're just going to wait for the team to ready up here. And yeah, I don't want to be like one to nag them or anything because I'm sure that they're just discussing fleet comp or deciding what they want to run, figuring out that kind of thing. Because sometimes you just, well, like you'll look at this and be like, oh, well, I wonder what they're doing. They could be absolutely blowing up in team chat saying, okay, we need this thing. And we'll have this side covered. We'll plan out for this thing. Or maybe just somebody's AFK. We really don't know. But anyway, just waiting for everyone to ready up now. Just Tom and Noodle Bowl going to be it. Noodle Bowl making me think of dinner, and I am probably going to get that before too long. Oh, Broiler 747, thank you for the follow. Pull up a chair. Welcome. Just waiting in the pregame lobby for Aorta to start up, so we will be able to watch a little bit of Nebulous here, and I'll try and cast and explain some of the games. When I'm not playing in first person, it's a lot easier to explain certain things, just because we're able to see the whole battle map and then discuss kind of what the player strategies are, how they're taking things in, how they're going about doing stuff. And I hope that I'm providing y'all some edutainment and whatnot. Hello to you too. Yeah. I'm just waiting for Noodle Bowl. Let's give him a little message. Just say we're just waiting on them. They might be AFK or they might just have forgotten to ready up. I know I've done that before. So we'll just go ahead and see if we get a game that is, well, this could be an absolute clown fiesta. This could be a complete bloodbath. We don't know yet. It's going to be fun either way. So I'll see what fleets they bring in and kind of discuss, like I said, about the various strategies they may or may not be employed. Yeah. They could just be like trying to decide which fleet they want to finally pick, or they could just be AFK. I don't want to be the one to like issue a vote kick or anything, because again, I'm just here as like a ride along. I'm spectating that. Oh, hey, we've been joined by Blobcat. Hello, fellow cat. Yeah. With any luck, they will ready up. I mean, we did say something, so if they're in the editor, it shows up in purple, but for now, we'll just sit back, chillax, and do all that stuff. Like I was saying, go check out Darg's channel, because he's a cool dude. He runs one of the kind of community discords where you can find matches and games and some helpful guides and stuff. Yeah, cool dude. Take a big sip of the water I got while I was on break. You too should stay hydrated, chat. Our recommended hydration choice is water. Like, if you have to drink something, drink water. It's like just objectively best for you. I know some people like energy drinks, sponsorships, like Gamer Fuel or whatever that. Nope, just drink water. Oh, they're just doing the ready up dance. Yippee! Bling, 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 bling. I'm just gonna say that if they are AFK, you can vote kick. I don't want to be the guy to like shove somebody out of a slot here. But, oh, there we go. So it's kind of funny. It's like immediately as we say, "Hey, you can vote kick them." That's when they're ready up. It's probably just the "Oh crap, I forgot to hit the button." Panic moment. I know I have definitely been there before in Neb. You just get complacent. You're like, "Yep, I've selected my fleet. I'm just chilling, waiting, ready to go." And then somebody messages you like, "Dude, you've been in the lobby for 5 minutes. We're all just waiting on you." And I just look back over. I'm like, "Oh no." All right. Anyways, we'll be loading into Aorta, which is a heart-shaped map, as in a like an anatomical heart, not a like cartoon-style graphic heart. So I'll explain a little bit of the map because we'll have some time at the deploy screen. Just waiting for everyone else to get in here. Yeah. Oh, if I was smart, I would have grabbed some more snacks while I was gone. Anyways, this is Aorta, so it looks kind of like a heart because if you look at this, you can kind of see like the various 4 chambers of the heart. You can see the different. I forget what the like term for it is, but basically these are the holes where you hook up the pipes and stuff. You know, your veins, your arteries, all that stuff. Blood goes in, blood goes out. I'm pretty sure everyone has one of these in them. I know some people have mechanical hearts, and I think that's really metal. But for the most part, this is just going to be the this is going to be the pump that pretty much everyone has in them. If you got a mechanical heart, please let me know because that's kind of cool. But yeah. As you can see, it's a split between 2 naturals for each team. So the B and the C point going into the orange team's hands over here. D point and E point going into blue teams. So blue team is team 1. They are the ANS faction. And team 2 is the orange, which is the OSP. A point is the contested point. So with 2 points going into each team's hands, they will have to decide either whether... Well, they're going to have to decide who gets the A point. That's kind of the big one there. So yeah, they got an audience fouls. I'm going to hit him with the :3 on that one. Yeah. A point is going to be a big point of contention. It will also depend who gets the points first. As we saw in the last game, 1 point remained neutral for a while, but because we had capped our naturals faster than they had capped theirs, that put us at a slight point lead. So, what that meant was that if we had just let the game go forever and nobody had touched any more points, we would have won. What that means is that the enemy team had initiative and it was their turn to do something. You have to recognize kind of initiative in the game because if you don't recognize initiative, you'll end up getting punished. Sometimes the best thing to do is wait. Last game we saw it, we had our Torpecello in position. Beam Destroyers got cocky, they pushed around the corner, and we hit them with a whole bunch of torpedoes. All right, let's take a look at the fleets. Starting off with Noodle Bowl here, we have a 450 broadside battleship. This thing has got Mark 62 guns on the little port, so this thing, a lot of forward-facing firepower, but I can supplement it by going side on and just bringing all of its guns to bear. So that's going to be a thing. They've also got a little destroyer with them. Ah, that's cute. It looks like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's got a little masquerade deception module. I can't tell what it's masquerading as, but they've got themselves a little bit of escorting asset there for added firepower in this. Anyways, we're going to see Tom Zero over here has a beam battleship. All right, this thing covered in defenders. Actually, hang on. Yeah, it's covered in defenders. It's got extra antenna. It's got some VLS 1s and 2s, golf ball jammer. Yeah, 3 beams on this thing, looking to get within 5 kilometers and just tear apart the enemy. Love to see it. They've got a little asset here with some jamming as well. Just has a pinard that they're searching around with. The pinard is able to detect enemy radar emissions. You can see over here, Le Cal has a 450 forward battleship. They got a backup antenna on the bottom there. So this is a total of 3 antennas. You got the one on the side here, a CR75, a CR10 on top, and a CR10 on the bottom. So nice little bit of redundancy there. It's got 450 on the top and bottom and some Mark 62 sidearms along with a big old missile backpack of size 2s. Let's see what these are. Bunch of size 2 hybrids and also regular size 2s. So nice little mixed variety there. Rounding out their fleet, they've got one little escort. We've got some jamming and auroras and a little pop gun there, 250 caliber, very nice. And just a mirror of it over there. So nice to see you've got kind of a command ship and a little bit of escorts. Good to see. We see over here now, they've got a shuttle headed towards the B point. And over here from miscellaneous, we'll see they've got a Sprinter Corvette going to go to D, Sprinter Corvette going to go to E. So bit of a mirroring going on here. So you got your light little cappers going out, getting the points. It'll depend who gets their points first. We see that the ANS is taking their point, the A point, not the A point, the E point over here first. I will cover miscellaneous fleet. It's a cap fleet in a second. Yeah. Yeah, just that's the initial rollout. Seeing some mine containers dropped onto the A point. Those will arm in a minute and 30 seconds, and that will make it very hard. As you see, the ANS is not bothering to go for the A point right now. They just are assuming that there's going to be stuff overwatching it, so they're not bothering to commit an asset. OSP doing kind of the same thing. They're expecting this to be a super hot zone, not wanting to waste a ship. They're just going to be capping their points and then trying to maneuver from there. Let's take a look at what Miscellaneous has. So we got ourselves, size 2 missile launcher. Got some bullseye lock, got some jamming. Nice to see a little bit of electronic warfare and range support. Got another one of the type over here. Probably has spyglass, right? Yep, has spyglass and adaptive radar. So these are a combination of like scout and also support, because you've got your missiles, you've got your jamming, you've got your bullseye. Over here, we've got a beam destroyer. This thing kind of aiming towards the E point. Probably going to end up lurking down here most of the game, overwatching this point, making sure nothing can cap it. Or it might move up. Normally, you'd see them deployed in the midsection if they're going to guard the A point, but they're trusting probably their beam battleship to do the same thing. Beam battleship being very dangerous in close quarters. That said, is currently just kind of chilling over here, so maybe it forgot to get a move order, most likely. Anyways, rounding out that, what do we got? We got ourselves just looks like some pretty standard cappers, defenders, missiles, little pop gun, chaff launcher. I'm betting just a whole bunch of these around the map. Yep, we're just checking through these all now. Looks pretty standard, and obligatory naked tapper. These are, as the name would imply, sacrifice. This is meant to be kind of just thrown at the A point. If there's nothing there, you can cap it, but anyways. There appears to be some defenses. These mines will arm, and this thing does not have any point defense, so it should not go onto there unless it wants to clear the mines. Anyways, that's all the long-winded ramble about the ANS team. Let's take a look at what the OSP has. So we're seeing a Acello here. Ooh, this is interesting. An Acello with plasma turrets. I'm betting this thing is going to be full of E-regs, right? No, just a whole bunch of reactors instead. Okay, interesting. Parallax, small energy regulator. So it's got a little refire boost, but yeah, this has some plasma that can strip off armor, which is kind of nice to have. Don't typically see this loadout with Acellos. I want to see how this thing plays. I might make something up like that myself. It's got a full soft kill suite, which is very handy. Whole bunch of small guns on this. The 100mm is very good once you've stripped off the enemy's armor. So we're seeing a pair of them. They're using the aiming casemate trick on top, so the C-53 is able to point towards the enemy, and that way you can very handily keep the top of the ship pointed at them. Yeah. Hey, Roy, nice to see you. Pull up a chair. We're just covering the fleets now as the game kind of gets underway. It's on aorta. It's kind of a nothing match so far. Just teams doing their initial rollouts. Got a couple flanking assets going around the bottom. You see Misk is doing their thing with a couple of these various ships, kind of making sure they got their ideas. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. So they're taking the long way. So the 450 battleship, it's going to be out of the fight for a long time here. But once it finally comes around this flank, it's going to be nasty bad news in their backline. Did you miss the wet dent? Yep, we got a promotion. I posted some I posted some pictures in the Discord. That said, over here, getting back to the game real quick. So the OSP has sent a rocket shuttle to check this angle here. Kind of smart, expecting there to be maybe a cap asset that could go around here. They're going to end up finding a battleship and a destroyer here. So that is going to definitely pay off here. You can just see Misk kind of creeping around the map. They've got a whole bunch of mine containers set up. We had mine containers last match, and they were very good for keeping the enemy back and away from our points. Let's go through the rest of the fleets before I get too more distracted. It's pretty standard looking 450 Acello here. It's got a floodlight to illuminate kind of counter jamming. Bullseye on the chin so you can spot the enemies. A little chaff box and some size 2 missiles just for a little bit added punch down. Saristas and Auroras, very good, kind of like standard Acello in this sense. For the internals, let's just take a quick look. Whole bunch of reinforced lockers in the front, so this thing's going to be tanky as hell. There's bulk mag up top. They just wanted a little bit of extra ammo, I'm betting, because you can only fit so much into the regular magazines. Yeah, this pretty standard Acello. Nice to see it. Good ship. They got themselves a whole bunch of little rocket and other... Actually, let's see, just rockets, I think? Yeah. Follow. Hey, let's go, everyone. Karadax, thank you for the follow. We got 150 followers, chat. Yippee! This has been a great stream. So, we're just watching more mine containers fly out now. I'll finish going over these fleets, but for the most part, it's just rocket shuttles. These are probably going to end up fighting against the corvettes. You can see over here, this Reigns has just found a shuttle. It's locked onto it. It's now jamming it, so most likely going to see a missile fire out in a second or two. Yep, there we go. So got some command guided here, pairing very well with the bullseye lock. This might be the first kill of the game. Seeing some more missiles kind of going out here. Ooh, Act EO validated HEC-P. That is a bold strategy, Cotton. So we're just going to see if these hit, and then we'll follow up with those HEC-Ps or not. I should be able to time this right. Seeing a couple mines going off there, I think, towards... or those mine containers. Those are mine containers. All right, we'll see those HEC-Ps hit in a second. These should spell disaster for this. Yep, there's the stage. Whoa, and wham. Oop, does not kill the CIC, remarkably. Okay, so that thing actually survives. Anyways, down here, let's see. So HEC-P is good on target. There's a monitor swarm, which we didn't get to because I was taking my sweet time explaining everything. Ooh, that is unfortunate. Ends up veering off into the abyss. I'm Not entirely sure why it did that, actually. They should have been fine there, I think. Unless there's something I'm not seeing here. Do they have jamming in here somewhere that I'm not seeing? No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so those must have just gotten jammed. The Axe Seekers are, unfortunately, vulnerable to jamming. A bunch of those did end up hitting, I think. No, just thruster damage there. So, single jammer defeating quite a lot of value. Ooh, they've got omnidirectional jamming. That's why. So, yeah. One of their ships, which one is it? Bellbird, no. Here it is, yes, the Lyrebird. I'm not sure how to pronounce it exactly, but omnidirectional jamming, very good against missile strikes like that. They were able to soft kill those very effectively. Seeing some more of them come out here. So we saw the backpack of missiles here is pretty much all of the kind of long-range missile support assets. So they're just firing these off at whatever tracks they can estimate at. Seeing the Ocello over here is going to basically do the same thing. It's got a bunch of hard kill as well as soft kill, so I'm expecting this missile strike to be kind of a nothing burger with extra cheese. Down below, we're seeing a rocket shuttle just waiting for this unfortunate Corvette to do peek around the corner, where it's probably going to get hit by mines. But currently, it is in the favor of the blue team. They capped their points first. OSP was a little bit slower on the draw, so it is now up to OSP to find out how to get back into the game. They will have to make a play, because otherwise, if we just let the timer run out, they will end up getting enough points to win. We're seeing all of these missiles here kind of going the same path, just a whole bunch of them. I don't think it's a great idea to send a big missile strike like this. I think it's better to send off a scouting missile or two and figure out what you're in for. Because in this case, the Ocello, as soon as they get a lock on it, it's either going to hard kill them or they're just going to end up getting jammed. As we see here, yep, Razor fires off and this one goes into a rock. So, yep, wop wop, bunch of grape shot, bunch of Sarissa fire. That's just going to end up dealing with that. The container liner is a little bit exposed here, but I don't think it's been scouted out. So let's just go over things. I think this is the same container liner we had last game with us. So yeah, bunch of mine containers setting up asset, kind of denial area clusters. So that's kind of nice to see. I do like to see a bit more besides just mine containers. Don't get me wrong, mines are useful, but you can have too much of them and it ends up kind of costing your team because you don't have nearly enough stuff offensively. Mines, very good for asset denial, but you do want to have some containers to slam into somebody because it reminds them that you have point defense for a reason. Anyways, more mines just kind of infesting the map. So the long, slow flank of the how do you say this? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yes, wonderful. Finally coming around the corner here. They scouted this out earlier. I don't know if they have Intel Center. Let's see. Do you have Intel on this? Nope, just a basic CIC. Do you have Intel? It doesn't look like it. Maybe something in the monitor blob does. Let's find out. Looks like liner is all mines. Yep. I think that's the correct assumption, Blobcat. I don't see a... I'm going to just assume that they don't have a Intel Center, so they probably don't know what this is. You have to stay in track for a little bit more than 3 minutes for the enemy to identify you, and you can then mess it up a little bit more with some other modules to make you harder to identify, but most people don't typically run those since an Intel Center largely counters that 3 or so minute timer. Seeing now a Corvette coming around the corner, looking for anything they could possibly jump onto. Unfortunately, they have a Ocello here in the back, the Annihilation Theory, firing a couple pop rounds into it. 450, not the greatest at killing sprinters. That said, the sprinters decided, hey, I want to throw something at you, so we're seeing a Fishtail APT coming out here now, going after that little rocket shuttle that could. This is probably going to hit this. I don't believe this is point defense, yeah, so... Oh, never mind, right. There is a bunch of long-range Sarissa fire that's just going to kill that off, so that's unfortunate because that's just in the range of that getting sniped out, so... Ripperoni. Oh, we see, I think that'll be first blood in the game, yeah. So up top, one of these ships just gets absolutely blasted. Didn't actually see what killed that. I'm assuming a missile strike from the Cleric of Solomon over here. We did see this thing get hit earlier, but it did not go down, so we'll just have to see what ends up developing. You can see little mine clusters infesting every corner of the map right now. Down below, looks like one of these ships. Yeah, this thing probably ran out, hit the minefield, and just ended up getting cooked. Rather unfortunate to see that happen. Defenders only on one side, so you have to make sure that that thing is in arc, and you can't know that there's mines there because, well, you just haven't scouted it. That's why mines are so nasty when around corners. See here, you got some sprint mines. These are super good when they're clustered very closely to a wall because they will just tear into a ship that barely has time to get its defender swung around to hit them. That said, the monitor blob is pushing a little bit, kind of trying to make its way down towards the E point. Currently, there's not much really protecting. You have a scouting ship here able to see them, but they have enough soft kill and I think hard kill as well in there. Yeah, you see some point defense turrets that you can't effectively missile that. You've got a little sprinter here that's probably just going to try and stay hidden. Once they cap the point, they should move off. So it's up to ANS now to decide kind of how they want to handle any aggression the OSP will throw at them. So we can see now on the point here, beam battleship using its beam turrets, I believe, to clear off some of the mines. Just deciding to eat the rest of the point defense. Moving on to the A point, going to put them firmly in the lead. Yeah. OSP they have noticed the battleship now. They're illuminating it here and trying to trade some shots. But this is a battleship in a place where a battleship really should not be, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing for the ANS team because, well, hey, you've now just forced the entire OSP team to react to this and decide where to move because, I mean, hey, you've got a battleship in your backline. But it's also kind of bad for them because this battleship is only controlling a sector of space that isn't really doing anything. So you'll have to get yourself onto the B point or really start killing off the assets here. So we will see how the situation develops. OSP team likely going to draw themselves back into this kind of corner hemisphere of the map. Just see if we can't get a bit of footage here of somebody shooting off some mines and stuff. Yep. So these are just deploying here. Battleship is probably going to cook those off. No problem. No sweat. Not too much happening really right now. Let's see. Yep, just fleet here with 450s in the nose. I'll talk about this briefly. So T-30s on a bunch of these is really good because that can handily SWAT at small little ships like frigates or corvettes. Got some jamming as well in the mix, which makes for a very effective soft kill. That said, the downside to this fleet is that it is very slow, coming only at 18 meters a second, so you will not be getting anywhere very fast. You can burn flank with them, taking you up to about 27 meters a second, but at the end of the day, the Monitor is kind of a brick and handles like one. Bulk freighters are comparatively very fast and carry probably about equal firepower. Like one bulk freighter is roughly equal to 2 of these monitors here. So you have to consider what you want to use right now. I will say play the game how you want, but I think that generally speaking, if you're taking a fleet of monitors like this, you'll probably be better served taking, say, 2 or 3 bulk freighters instead. But not wanting to horribly backseat anyone, I'm just going to leave that for now. My advice has been said, and hey, play how you want. Anyways, we're seeing a whole bunch of the 100 mil shots going to the destroyer here. Destroyers have notoriously thin armor, despite being a bit like they're kind of a glass cannon is the best description. The nose, typically you will see a beam turret, although in this case you see a masquerade module, if I could turn this on. So yeah, this thing just getting toasted here by all the 100 mil. We're seeing some plasma and grape shot cooking into it now, just pretty much killing this thing off. Technically, it's still alive, but the CIC just needs 1 tap and it's gone. Seeing some 450 fire as well, peppering into that, so that's wonderful. Yeah, the battleship is going to be a problem because while the OSP has a lot of firepower, like they've got 2 obelisk liners, referred to as obelisk because they kind of stand up straight and fire towards you with all of their guns on that side. The only amount of plasma they have is off of this thing. You've got 3 plasma turrets. These are only buffed up by a single energy regulator from what I can see, so that's not a lot of plasma for peeling an entire battleship. So this thing is likely going to just sit here, wither a bunch of shots on the nose, and then just try and tear apart these big bulk freighters. You can see them now already doing some pretty solid work. A bunch of holes punched at the surface here. Whole bunch of the T-30 cannons going down. This thing run very cheaply. Rapid lockers, very good for what they do. They provide you an effective DC team for a very low cost. Seeing now just more and more of this stuff getting knocked out. Large CC storage was the only thing they had and has now gone down to a good 450 shot. So this thing is on borrowed time. Once these reactors go down, the reinforced drive is going to be hard to kill, but the reinforced CIC will get knocked out eventually by a lucky 450 shot, just deciding it wants to shoot there. See some more midsection shots actually doing probably just that now. They are missing a little bit, but yeah. Anyways, bulk freighters trying to chew away at what they can. This thing just deciding, hey, I don't want to sit here and eat plasma. I'm just going to pull back a little bit. It does take a couple hits on the nose, but the front of a battleship is really hard to get through. You can just see all the damage control showing up on this thing. How many teams? It's got 15 teams, 10 restores. Sure, it's got some damage components, but like, wait, what? Oh no. Oh no, they forgot to set fire groups for the shots. They just have all these individual turrets firing off. I've done that before on builds, so yeah. You do want to set your guns to fire groups. It just makes it a lot easier to micro in case you have to order like a ceasefire or to change ammo types and stuff. There is ways to get around it, but anyway, some Hurricane missiles coming out now to play, unfortunately getting shut down by the point defense net that is over here. The Ocellos are just kind of moving in now, trying to box in this battleship. That said, is drawing a bunch of their attention away. So I'm going to refer to this battleship essentially as a distraction Carnifex. For those of you who don't know Warhammer, a Carnifex is a Tyrannid monster, so they're big space dinosaur creature-y things that want to eat everyone. Insect dinosaur, yeah, kind of same thing there. But what the distraction Carnifex play is where you put a big monster in the middle of the map, and it makes a whole bunch of people really focus fire it and try and kill that off instead of focusing on your more important assets. So this thing is basically a big target that says, hey, I'm over here, come shoot me. and it's just drawing like 2 fleets worth of OSP over here into what is essentially not a important zone. Like this fight that they're taking right now, the battleship is favored. It's got its bow towards the enemy. They're all clustered up. It can just tank shots nonstop. Like, sure, it's getting plasmid here, but you just have so much battleship you have to get through before you actually hit the essentials in the back or the midsection that it doesn't really matter. And it's just able to kind of like disengage and keep them off point. So OSP is investing, I want to say, just more ships than this battleship is worth. Battleship is, again, this was 3,000 points worth because the battleship and the destroyer were the full fleet. But for what it is right now, ANS is in the lead. OSP making a move onto the E point. They've been scouted this entire time. ANS knows they are doing this. Over on the A point, though, we are seeing they did not cap it as just the infestation of mines going off here. We're seeing the ANS team able to move forward because pretty much all the OSP's forward-facing firepower, they're just running off to the side here. So this Axford able to push up fairly comfortably, not really much contesting it. They could start creeping closer to the minefield, slowly pecking away at those. Have a beam destroyer kind of just guarding nothing over here. I think they're expecting the monitor fleet to move up over this way, so the beam destroyer is ready for when that happens. Let's see, where is Tom Zero's battleship? Here we are. So yeah, the battleship being their counterplay, they're just setting this thing up to pop around the corner, and hopefully it'll core out all of this stuff. You see the turrets already pre-aiming since, thanks to the good situational awareness assets of this frigate up here with Spyglass, all of these have been scouted out before, so they're just pushing completely blind into a death trap without realizing. We're going to watch in a second as this thing is barely about to peek around the corner and lock onto its first target. You see they are on weapons hold, so they've already got themselves pre-aimed, probably firing on position as well. We've done that trick before. Yep, there's the first shot, just instantly carving into the top of this thing. They don't have time to respond. CIC instantly goes down. Yeah, just this thing is going to be toasted in a second. See now, battle short has been flicked on as it's just getting completely carved up. Nope. Beams being kind of weird there for a second. Okay, so yeah, the beams, they did battle short them, which means that they cooked them off. So unfortunately, they have to now wait for the cycle to cool down. A bunch of shots being fired in return. But that said, there's not really too much to threaten a battleship here. Yeah, there's a bit of 450, but the 450 will be able to wither these incoming shots here. So this thing is going to decide which of these... Oh, it's going to be that one. Yeah, this thing just getting shot right in the front. Oop, wrong ship. Yeah, we just see this now, stem to stern, completely gutted out. Just no shot of recovery on this thing. Basically instantly dead, so that'll be the second one. These other ones desperately trying to fire whatever shots they have loaded. We're seeing they are taking a little bit of damage, and they are doing pretty decent against the beams for what it is worth. Lucky shots landing into the side there, managed to actually knock the beam for a brief second. But given the battleship has really good damage control, these are going to come back online. Also, there's another beam there just going into the front, knocking out this thing's guns. We've already seen 2 of the monitors fall. That's not 2.5. This thing does have restorers in the form of a large storage, but they just need to get another beam shot into that thing and it's going to be dead. So that's going to be that decided. For what it is worth, they do cap the E point, which gets them a bit of points, but they're going to lose an entire fleet to do that, which is not favorable. Over here, we see the container liner shedding out still more mines. I think this thing is just all mine containers. Yeah, it's just been all mine containers just deploying an infestation across the entire match. I will give them credit. It does make the entire game really annoying to play with, and some people will get a little bit lazy and just run into the minefields. That said, in terms of offensive output, like, they need to secure themselves a leading advantage, which they did not manage to do early on, and then you can use the mine trick to hold a whole bunch of these angles. Unfortunately, they just kind of got put on the back foot, so the mine tricks that they're trying to do aren't going to end up working out. See now this battleship here, the Autumn of the Storm, just finishing carving through another one of these. This one is the last one, still kind of alive. It's got a singular cannon just trying to fire. See this one over here, the Groan and Beak. Yeah, this thing's topside completely cooked off. By the time they actually issue some restorers and orders and stuff, it's going to have another beam hit into it. Yep, there we go. Just boom, right into the nose there, just gutting this thing's internals. Look at that all go. Woof. So essentially, the monitor fleet has been knocked out now. Nothing that can really be done over there. OSP will be down a fleet. That said, ANS has a... Well, they've got their battleship here. It's kind of contesting, kind of not. It's pecking people saying, hey, look at me, don't do anything on the map. That said, E point now going back into the hands of the OSPs, into the hands of the ANS from the OSP. So they got back a few points from it, and they will actually take a brief lead if we look at the scores. But with that said, all the offensive firepower is tied up over here. They are actually doing the smart thing and deciding to engage the fleet that currently has no cover. They can move over and engage onto this very effectively because a lot of the points in this was invested into missiles. So you've really got an Axford and like 2 escorts, which have a little bit of picket assets. They're just going to get cleaned up by the grape shot here as we see them just trying to fire off. They have a bad track, which is unfortunate because a bunch of those grape shots whiffed off and got missed. So, well, still moving into position. This thing has unfortunately just been torn apart for the OSP, so they don't really have anything they can do with this. It's got like a singular gun, so it counts as armed. Actually, it has 2, so technicalities. Still, it faced the battleship. It did not win against the battleship. It is now trying to move itself onto the A point to cap there. You can see the A point is currently in the hands of the ANS. They were able to move one of their ships just barely into range without getting the missiles to detonate, or not the missiles, the mines to detonate on them, I think. That, or maybe there's a cap that I missed in the back line. See the D point here, OSP being wise and moving one of their shuttles to get a undefended point here. See the beam destroyer over here, still facing these like mostly dead monitors. One more pulse should just spell the doom and disaster for Robin Hood the Fletchling's fleet. See what happens after. Are they repaired yet? Okay, they've got their beam turrets back up online. So, yep. Once again, E point is going to go into the ANS's hands. There's nothing they can really do about that. C point is relatively undefended as there's no ships down here, but there's just so many mines. It will take a sizable investment to go and get that. ANS is pretty comfortable to sit on 3 points as long as they are able to hold them. You see now the E point, as they have left it, they've suddenly realized, oh, hey, there's still a ship down here. So they're probably going to lock on. Yep, they're locking on to one of their tracks. There's the beam fire orders being fired. Yeah, this thing is going to get zapped in a second or two once those beams turn around. Let's see, just a big menacing zap. Come on, fire it. Oop, missing the first carve, zap into him. Juicily cooking off the sides there as it just walks the beams. This would cut the ship in half. This kills the crab, absolutely, Chad. So that is going to be that fleet dead. You see the cap has been canceled there. That said, a D point getting capped over here. Just nice timing by the OSP to be able to flip that. They weren't able to get the E point, but hey, they are making a move. Now we see the beam destroyer that was put in defensive play is going to fire off and kill the container liner. So that is not great because these mines are probably going to slam into that, I think. Are they? Nope. Antenna is still intact, even though the CIC and stuff has been knocked out. So these mines will not actually go after the ship. There's just enough power and stuff left so that as long as your antenna is intact, you are able to broadcast your transponder. So mines will not detonate on you, which is kind of nice. So beam destroyer claims 1. Unfortunately, OSP is now down 2 fleets. A bunch of their rocket shuttles have been cleaned up. So really what they've got left is a Acello, 1 plasma Acello, 1 450 Acello, a line ship that's not taking a favorable fight here. It is getting torn up pretty good. And another line ship that is just barely alive on a technicality. So they're trying to go for caps where they can, banking off it being really annoying to take the B and the C points here. So they're hoping if they get the A point and the D point here for a little bit, they'll be able to pull ahead and score, and hopefully they'll be able to get a win out of it. I am saying right now, ANS seems pretty favored. They've got a intact battleship that's just moving forwards. It does not care about this Acello. In a fight of Acello broadside versus battleship broadside, battleship is winning it every day. They're firing AP rounds into the nose of the Acello, which they don't really need to do. The side of the Acello is actually pretty thinly armored. It has only 30 centimeters of armor. A lot of survivability comes from having a very tanky nose pointed towards the enemy, which it is unfortunately not doing right now. Just getting kind of shot into the side there. See, the reactors are going down and the drive taking quite a few hits as well. So probably going to see this thing go down here shortly. It is not under command, as we see the CIC has been redded, so this thing is currently dead in the water and just going to get cleaned up. Yep, there's a switch over to the high explosive rounds. That's going to be devastating damage. It's actually kind of funny. It's now drifting to bow tank just as they switch to HE, so they unintentionally managed to do what they were supposed to against it. All right, let's take a little look-see around the map. So unfortunately, A point does... No, okay, they are good. I thought for a second that they weren't going to make it in time, but nope, OSP does have a shot at getting the A point. Getting a 4 cap will put you pretty far ahead in points. That said, there's still quite a few little assets around the map that can clean stuff up. Some rockets going out there and some anti-missiles going out as well. Looks like over here, Voyager be like, get down, Mr. President. I'm not sure which ship the Voyager is, but which one is it? Huh. I don't know which ship is being referred to as Voyager here. Either way, we're seeing the error of your ways here getting, unfortunately, crippled. CIC and the reinforced drive both redded right now, so it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Little pop gun on the nose of this sprinter doing work, just kind of tearing away at this thing. They're going to recap the D point here. That said, they will have to... No, they'll be able to win this with just the D point. So, ANS coming up fairly far ahead. They've got 2 intact battleships, a heavy cruiser that's taken a couple of hits here. Seeing the plasma actually doing pretty good work across this thing. Front armor has been stripped out pretty well along the right side. That said, in terms of follow-up firepower, they've got like they got a T-30, a C-53, and then the other one here, on the A point has unfortunately gone down, so that's just going to be that. I don't believe that they really have any firepower to follow up and capitalize on the lack of armor that they've applied to this thing, so that's going to see probably just the ANS team pushing over these guys, because there's nothing coming out of this bulk freighter. This is equipped to just disable ships with, not disable, just to like disable ships' armor and stuff. So realistically, the only offensive asset that OSP has right now is this Cello that's just barely coming back to life now as it's limping back with its CIC kind of alive. Its radar is out. Its antennas, I believe, are also out. Yeah, so this thing is unfortunately deaf and blind. It can't really tell what's hitting it. It's getting sandblasted by RPF, which is an error because RPF rounds don't actually penetrate the armor here. But, I mean, hey, they figured it out now. Just big old volley of HE rounds going into this thing. Once again, the CIC goes down. So I don't think that the OSP will have anything to get back into the game. I did like to see the kind of like denial play they're trying with the mine container liner. I do think that mine containers have some merit and that you can tuck little nasty pockets around the map, but this would be an overinvestment. You need a little bit more offensive power there to kind of like support your allies around the map. So a couple misplays happened, and ANS just was able to capitalize on some of them. In particular, the confidence of pushing around into the E point here with your monitor fleet. You are able to do this and like kind of get away with it if you are aware of what is surrounding you. They just got jumped on by a beam battleship, and I'm just saying it now. If a beam battleship sneaks up on you, you have done something wrong. So just need to invest a little bit more into your situational awareness. Try and send out a little scouting asset. Like if they just sent out their little rocket shuttle on its own, they probably, actually, I think that's all the same fleet. Yeah, they could send their rocket shuttle, cap the point, have your fleet waiting in reserve. That way if something jumps out, you can then jump on it. Kind of like a play, counter. So multiple little steps set up there. Seeing the Autumn of the Storm just pushing over here now. Gonna probably see a whole bunch of these mines and just decide I'm gonna bulldoze through, firing the beams on stuff. Just new heading command there. So yeah, up top, most of the fighting just kind of going the way of the Dodo here, as more of these ships are just gonna get taken out in a second. Cello over here is still technically alive, but like that's barely there. Like the CIC is alive, the drive is alive. It has a gun, but no magazine and no way of getting back offensive power. So really, that's just a ship waiting to be knocked out. Plasma kind of stripping off the battleship here. Like I said earlier, OSP does not quite have enough plasma to really strip this thing. It'll take them too long to get an effective coverage split. To effectively like split the armor up, and then with the coverage that you can apply just by wiggling the nose back and forth. Like getting this side and then getting that side. So that will be the GG called there, as they're realizing they just don't really have any offensive power left. So yeah, it's kind of a low, slow push, pretty even for a while. OSP had the initiative. Their monitor fleet, unfortunately, walked into a trap there. Yeah. Beam BB happened to the monitor blob. So yeah, bit of a slower paced game here. Not the like screaming matches that you might see sometimes that I have cast, but still, just kind of interesting plays done here. So we see a battleship go around the map, get into the back line. This thing's racked up a whole bunch of damage, killing off like 4 capital ships. From the front line, you just got an Axford with a bunch of missiles pushing into their enemies. Yeah. It's kind of a slower paced game. Oh, you see over here, the defenders able to shoot these mines. So as long as you don't trigger too many mines, your defenders can actually take them out. That said, there is a lot of mines, so we might see a Corvette go down here. Let's find out. Ooh, just barely at the last second able to rotate and kill that one off as they're going for the B cap. So yeah. It's very good hammer and anvil like they're talking about. So yeah. They're just showing up here, drawing the enemy's attention, able to kind of get in a sort of L-shaped push here. You attack from 2 angles. They can only battle tank you from 1 with the SLOs. Yeah, that will be the battle going into the ANS hands, as they lost very few assets in this now that I look at it. So game perfectly winnable by the OSP. Just a couple mistakes happened here and there. You can correct that for next time. Yeah, good show. So a little bit of damage across all these ships and whatnot. Yep, super fragile. I'm not even going to try saying it. The Super Fragilistics XBL, what's its battleship here? Almost 30k damage. See the other battleship, the Beam Destroyer. Well, I say Beam Destroyer, but what is a beam battleship but an oversized Beam Destroyer? Maybe it's like a Star Destroyer. Anyways, the Autumn of the Storm coming down, dealing 22,000 damage. So battleships heavily carrying it there, being the frontline fighters that they are good for. Yeah, that's going to be the match for now. OSP just couldn't quite get the engagements they wanted. due to the way the match kind of played out for the initial deployments, they were put a bit on the back foot. Initiative fell to them, and they needed to decide where to push, and a little bit of passiveness kind of punished them in the end. So, if they had committed a bunch of their assets together, like, say, get the Monitor Ball with the Bulk Freighters and the SLs, they could definitely form a scary Death Ball. That's something that can contend against a battleship and whatnot, just having that much firepower from multiple different angles. But either way, that's probably going to be it for me today. My voice is failing me, and I want to go get some dinner, so I'm going to pass y'all off to somebody else. Let's go over to Twitch and see who is live. You've all been a wonderful audience tonight, so yeah. We hit our follower goal, we got ourselves to Commodore, so I'm very happy with how this works. I'll be back on Friday to play Nebulous Fleet Command with Doc Vivi, little fun scientist cat girl. I'm gonna see if she's live actually tonight. She is, so we're gonna continue the trend here. We're gonna raid into her. She's playing Homeworld Emergence, which, if I remember right, is the weird kind of space, not flood, kind of takes over part of your ship. I know vaguely of the Homeworld lore, but anyways, we're gonna go raid into her. She's cool, so go give her lots of love and all that. Anyways, I've been NekoboyBlue. Thanks for coming out. You can follow my Twitch and my Twitter. I post notifications when I go live. I'll be back on Friday for stuff, and also probably Saturday. I think I might do something with Darg if he's available. Anyways, bye chat. Have a good one.